Transformers, Fellowship of Cybertron. What did I call this? Season 1, Episode 7. We're in April 2019. I am Devin, the Overlord Tarantulus. And to my left, we have X playing Y.
Nicole playing Breakout, made up of Smash and Grab, who is a Wrecker Autobot.
Tyler playing...
Oh yeah, and I'm... Fuck.
Every
I thought
time.
I got it this time. I thought I got it.
Write it
Too
down on the
many.
goddamn name card.
You need to be a simpler character.
and Tyler playing Flutter, who is a neutral LV, playing the Elf playbook.
Kevin playing Necronom, who is unaligned, and he is the End of Days playbook.
And Peter a Sweeper, an MTO that's a turncoat squire.
Alright, gang. Let's recap last session.
We had a funeral.
And someone got drunk.
Oh, someone got
Oh, yeah.
drunky.
Got drunk and yelled at people.
I went through many stages of grief at the same time.
You went through so much growth.
Handling a lot of emotions.
I wanted to bring up, because I'm reminded now about the drunkening, is the golden disc data.
Mhm.
It's not a source of power, because that's just not how the fiction of it worked. But I'm going to say for you... Did I already tell you that it's gear? Like it's an item?
No.
Okay, the data from the golden disc, because it's future information, is a two-use item that lets you do stuff along the lines of saying, you know, the data tells me there's like a source of power here, or like there's something that can help us here. You can use it exactly 2 times
Okay.
to like declare something you know about the future.
To declare something I know about the future.
Yeah,
All
right.
right.
Like you, Tyler, can be like, this is here I know because of the Voyager space disc.
The prophecy says...
Yeah. After that, you'll change time too much for it to diverge. That sounds good, right?
Sounds good to me.
All right. And Peter, you were saying that you need fellowship with the halflings before what?
Before level 5.
Well, are you now?
2.
I think we got time.
Yeah.
I don't know if the wreckers would be halflings.
I'm not
They're
saying
probably the
wreckers.
organization, but I'm
Are
sure we
you
can fit-
going to be a halfling sheriff?
Yeah, might as well. Be the support class.
God damn you, Peter.
I know, he does that all the time, by the way.
What?
What's wrong?
He steals people's ideas.
What? You're not the halfling sheriff, you're the
No, I'm
secret
not,
thing.
but I was going to be.
Well,
Peter does
you're
it.
not.
All the time. It's fine, I'm joking with you.
Yeah, I wasn't saying that the records would be half the same. Maybe on Luna 2 there's some other community that needs our help.
Yeah, of course, you know, we'll figure it out. If not Luna 2, then when you get back to Cybertron.
Yep.
You know,
So-
we got breathing room.
So we got the funeral, and then Flutter went to explore some secrets by
Mm-hmm.
getting some poor little data disk drunk and put it in the closet.
He had the time of his life.
Yeah, and then you got a message from Megatron
Yep.
from like 30 million years in the future.
Yep. Then we gathered a lot of guys and had some initiation for the poor squire.
That's right, you got jumped in.
Yep.
Ascot.
And then we visited near Lucifer. He was fine.
You did visit Lucifer. Yes, Nemesis Prime, the Fallen, and learn some backstory on what you're dealing with.
Yep.
So, I believe at the end of the session, you guys got on board Skylinks, and he is ferrying you to Luna 2, and you were just arriving at Luna 2 when we ended.
Yep.
So, space, empty void covered in stars, and like there's a lot of machine debris just in between Cybertron and Luna 2, just from the many conflicts and stations and ships being blown apart, and just the endless war. Even here in the space of Cybertron, the actual like void is littered with war debris and like the remnants of Cybertronians killing each other. The Great War lives on even in the void. And as you're coming into Luna 2 is a fully mechanical moon. It is a satellite in the truest literal sense of the word, a object that hangs above a planet. Fully mechanical, it isn't quite as scarred up as Cybertron is. You know, it has like large canyons in it and like glowing, sort of reactor cores that don't quite produce energon, but just run the planet and make it, operational. It looks a lot dimmer than it was in its glory days, if anyone remembers that. It has a actual physically built ring around it. Like, it has a ring, and you can actually see like pylons plugged into the planet that or into the moon that like don't orbit around it, but act as some sort of tool.
That looks awfully a lot like Unicron.
Well, yeah, it has that though. It has the orbit around it, and like it's plugged into the moon.
So do we need to be broadcasting some kind of like all clear or friendly signals to let them know to lower their defenses and not shoot us as we come in?
I haven't been here in a long time, but I mean it couldn't hurt.
Okay. Well, I think only you would really know that. So
You can command lore about it.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, there is.
But
All right, as established, there is. You have to broadcast stuff to the base so it doesn't try to shoot you down.
what awesome password are you using?
So the Harbinger, that weird cuttlefish ship, is in orbit above the Luna 2 base, which is a domed base on the mechanical moon. Like, it has an atmosphere generator built in, because the moon itself doesn't have an atmosphere. And you guys have atmospheres. You don't need to breathe or anything, but they help you live. Mm-hmm. You can exist in space, it's just not awesome. Intense radiation ravages your systems and makes you miserable. So it's a dome pressurized, base of operations. In the past, it was actually a mine for the autocracy, and then was converted into a prison. Lore goes that Megatron himself was once entombed in there and tortured for a few cycles when he started the rebellion.
Lordy.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's been converted into a base of operations for the Wreckers when the Great War started. So they could be already out of the gravity well of Cybertron and send off ships to do missions across space. The Great War wasn't constrained to just Cybertron and its solar system. The battle raged across many star systems and planets before, the bulk of it eventually returned to Cybertron for that last stand. And yeah, the Harbinger is above the city and it's firing around it. It's actually firing purple pulse beams into the actual ground and causing destruction.
You mean Exxon? Or the
Harbinger. The Ethereal, god damn it.
Exactly.
The Ethereal, you're right.
I was a little bit confused too.
Harbinger? You mean Rhinox?
Fuck. Yeah. The Ethereal is above, yeah, and it's just firing down on the surface. Not really in an attack pattern you recognize. You're all fairly military savvy. It's not doing a bombing run, it's not strafing, it's doing something around the area.
Well, maybe your people will realize we're friendly when we ram the Ethereal at full speed.
When we do what?
Says the
Skylink says.
Do you have weapons on board, Skylynx?
Other than my cutting wit,
Yes, other than that.
I'm afraid not, Sir Wrecker. I can't go all cup on this thing and blow a hole in it with my hard head.
Don't worry, we have so many guns of our own.
So how
I'm
we,
a scientist and explorer and a gentle bot, not a tank, a space tank, a space train. I know that fellow. He's a Decepticon. One time he tied me onto Astro tracks, and he put links on the other one, and told me that he was going to drive down it. He told me that I could choose which track he switched to, and when I told him that he should hit me and not my beloved Lynx, he then ran Lynx over, and it looped at the end, and he ran us over for 47 cycles.
Couple of a similar story.
Astro Train is like that. He was a moral philosopher before he became a warlord.
Lordy.
Just
So what's our-
around in circles for decades, running you over.
Choo-choo.
So what's our plan of engagement then?
We need to communicate with those on board.
On board the Ethereal?
Yes. Who are we alerting here? What are we trying to do?
Well, we're trying to save the Wreckers.
Yeah.
Wreckers. Trying to save the Wreckers.
Are we going to do it from on board their station, or are we going to attack the ship directly?
Well, that's what I'm asking.
You know that
No,
the
it
Wreckers
looks like
need
that's-
help on Luna 2, and you know that Luna 2 holds some sort of way to defend against these ships that Tarantulas has brought.
Oh, well then yeah, let's go to the base and find out what that weapon is.
And we need to alert them that we're here so they don't start shooting at us.
As established, they will start shooting.
Alright.
So presumably they should be shooting at the other thing too.
You do see fire going at it, but like it seems to have a barrier up that you don't recognize. It seems to have a shield. Like, for reference, you guys all actually have shields. Like, your bodies are defended by like a sort of energon barrier, like it's a frequency thing that your body naturally generates with your spark pulse that goes down when you're being shot and stuff. An overshield.
Fucking all Evangelion style here.
Yeah, like an AT field. But they're called overshields. They just Cybertronians naturally produce them. The ethereal has some sort of barrier that doesn't look anything like that technology. It's weird, and it has like this kind of orange hexagonal tint to it, and it's doing stuff. Like it's pulsing rapidly whenever it's fired at.
You may be ignoring the wreckers and trying to disable the weapon.
Perhaps. We'll see. We'll see what's going on board. 1 second. He extends one of his hands, and weird purple like lights start streaming from each one, and they kind of form up a scanner that goes over.
Material.
Me?
Yeah,
Breakout?
Breakout. That's her name. Yes. And it's like, okay, I'm projecting you on board. Let them know.
What
It's
power is
training
this?
source wizardry.
Wizardry?
Delivery of message through mysterious means.
There you go.
Doesn't cost me anything. I can do it as many times as I want. So yeah, it's projecting a hologram of you on board. A weird purple hologram.
Onto the moon, right?
Yeah, onto their
All right,
base.
you set up a direct point-to-point communication through quantum entanglement to the wrecker base, or something.
Or something.
All right, so you presumably can see on the base because it's a communication, and they can presumably see you. So the wrecker base looks like shit. There's damage all around it. It looks like there's been firefights inside. Large parts of it have been locked down. You're in one of the command security rooms. And yeah, there's an Autobot there who is loading like his gun with like energon rounds, like his hand. You, being a wrecker, recognize this person. They are covered in like they look sleek. They're a 4-wheeler. They are covered in like Cybertronian racing decorative carvings. It's Hotshot. Oh my god!
Hot shot.
He shoots right through you into the wall.
Yeah.
Ghosts! Ghosts!
Hot shot, I'm not a ghost, I'm a projection.
Like goes up and puts like his hand through you. Right. Idiot. Holograms. We have a guy between who does that. Oh, okay. Hey, where are you? Are you nearby?
Yes, me and some fellow compatriots are on a ship nearby, Skylynx.
Skylynx is alive?
Yes, he is.
Huh.
We've come to help, so don't shoot us down, we're going to land.
Yeah. We saw you coming in. You looked like a Talker C warhead.
Yeah, that's generally what Skylynx is looking like these days.
Weird. Remember when he was a bird?
Wasn't he a cat?
No, half of him was a cat. That's Lynx.
Either way, he's no Astro Train, so that's good.
Oh my god. So this one time...
No, I know. There's a track looped at the end.
Yeah, all those orphans.
Oh no. 4 orphans.
4 orphans.
Oh no!
We're landing now. Get ready, and I don't know what else to say here.
Yeah, no. Command codes. Give me your command code, so you're not like a ghost trick. And like you see something behind him, like trying to pull through the door, and it's like all rotted and stuff, and covered in pulsing energy, and he's like shooting at it. So I know you're not a ghost or something.
Think of a
Bravo
password.
Tango?
Always be terminating. Gotcha. All right, we're not targeting you anymore. Now go away, ghost. Don't do that. It wasn't funny when Cup did it. It's not funny when you do it. You hear like moaning and growling coming from the door that he's shooting at.
Yeah, this is scary. There's zombies.
Welcome to your tape.
All right, so you end the communication, Necronom.
Yep.
And yeah, they won't shoot you and they'll let you come in. One of the docking doors will like put its shield down temporarily. Flying in.
Yep.
All right, as you strafe in, the ground around Luna 2 has been blown open and is molten, and you see little things moving across the battlefield. There's like purple light pulsing out of the craters, and like you guys, Skylinks will bring it up on his visual sensors and like give you guys a feed. They're like dead Cybertronians hurling themselves towards like the base, peeling away at the armor. Like some of them have their heads blown in half. A lot of them are Autobots and Decepticons. They have like holes through them. They're missing limbs. There's like an entire field of like a bunch of dead ones that are getting up that are too damaged to move, so they start like moving together and forming up into this conglomeration of 8 or 9 of them. They start rolling around towards the base and using their weapons to burn their way in.
And this, kid, is what happens when you mess with dark energy.
I'm going to activate my advanced sensor suite and try and see if I can tell if there's any sort of connection going on between the zombie Cybertronians and the ethereal.
Yeah, is that like a use item or something?
Yeah, sense magic.
Sure. Yes, some of them do have a connection to the ethereal. Not all of them though. Some of them are just wandering around mindlessly destroying. Not each other.
So they're not all under the direct control of the ethereal.
Correct.
Okay, but there is like a magic thing going on here.
Yeah, there's something. There's definitely something supernatural with the ethereal's technology.
Okay.
All right, Skylinks flies himself into that docking bay as he passes over.
Well, if we can take out or drive off the ethereal, we might be able to repel this conglomeration of destroyed machines.
Possibly.
All right. Yeah, Skylinks will land like laterally, not like pop up like a missile, and just be like, ugh. Well, we've arrived at our destination. Wiser for it. Get out. I don't want to be eaten.
Are you going to be waiting here for us to return?
I'll try.
Fair enough.
Situations may cause us to take a tactical withdrawal.
Well, if that happens, please try and send a message.
Of course. Communication is the cornerstone of a good working relationship.
Right. Well, let's head to the base. I can't wait to meet your family.
Woo, adventure.
You are in the base, in one of like the docking areas. This place has been locked down. All the shutters are down. The screens have been destroyed. You see dead Cybertronians everywhere. Like they look like these things where like there's purple light still pulsing from them, and they've been clearly dismembered. And they're like draining mech fluid and stuff, and like some of their parts are still moving around. Like one of the arms is crawling across the ground, going for a gun.
Oh, lordy.
I'm gonna shoot it.
Yeah, sure. Oh God. All right. So yeah, this is the base. Waiting for you a few corridors down on the comms. You're hearing a voice. Hello? Did you guys land? Are you safe?
Yes.
Who's on the comm?
Breakout.
This is Roadbuster.
Glad
You guys
to
got
hear
in
from you.
safe?
Yes. Want to give us a situation right out here?
Sitrep? Sitrep is the ship showed up and started seeding the place with dark energon. We did comparisons to the Trypticon scenario. Same energy signature.
I don't remember what that is.
Trypticon scenario was when that space station, Trypticon Station, turned into a giant, angry, pissed-off dinosaur, and Megatron took energon from it to poison the planet.
Oh,
Alright, well, there's supposedly a weapon in Luna that we're going to be trying to get to.
We have archives here. We could probably help you pinpoint it.
That'd be great. I'll get my brains on it.
Good. So, main problem, but separating you and me are 2 sealed corridors full of those things. The records show they're called terror cons. If I put the lockdown off, it'll open the doors and they're going to flood into your end.
Oh, that doesn't sound fun.
We could probably take them.
Give me a
Maybe-
few moments.
Yeah. I was actually going to say maybe set some traps, so...
You going to set traps?
Yep.
I'm gonna find a dark corner and kind of float up and hide myself in it.
You can get your snipering ready.
Yeah.
So, 10.
Awesome. So you're what? You're just gonna be putting. You're prepped to get this place triggered if they come on in.
Yeah. Are we close to space? Like pressure of space?
Yes, the airlock you're in is pressurized.
All right.
It's like a big landing pad basically for Skylinks.
So if I activate that to open, it pull them all out.
It could. You guys would need to be secured.
Yep, that's fine.
We've got enough time. We can clamp down.
All right, sure. Let me get an overcome then. I think it's an overcome, right?
Overcome is preventing damage.
Yeah, but you're also overcoming the threat.
Let's finish them.
Oh, so this will give you advantage, and then you're going to finish them.
Something
So you're going to spring a trap
Yeah.
to give advantage, which will be blowing the airlock when they run in, and then someone's going to finish them, maybe by shooting them off their feet so they float.
Yep.
Maybe some flying guy.
What's your character's name, Peter?
Sweeper?
Sweeper, right? That's it. Because you're...
Because I'm sweeping.
So sweepy,
Isn't the swiper?
right?
Hey, Sweeper,
Yes.
come over here. Hide in the corner with me.
I waddle over.
We're going to show you how we do this. He sets him up. I knock him down.
Okay.
1-2 punch.
Sounds great.
Just stay really still and don't give away our position.
Sure, as it turns out, he's like, safety lamps or something.
The fucking safety lights. Woo! 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 Just constantly on in the background.
Well, need to be safe. Need to, let everyone know where I am because I'm quite small. They might step on me.
Right? I'm underfoot. Okay, so the security lock goes off, and the Terragons start rushing in. There's like 50 of them.
All right.
They're actually making like a growling sound. Like they're like... "Wah."
Yeah, the moment they're all in, I'll switch the doors around so that one shuts behind them and that one opens up into space.
Alright, you blow the airlock with a trap to give advantage. And now you're going to finish them by shooting their legs and stuff?
Yeah, I'll shoot their legs out and disengage them from the floor so that they get swept out into his depressurization trap.
Finish them.
My rolls are amazing. In
What
this
did you
game.
rule?
Oh, man.
I rolled...
Did you roll with hope?
I did roll with hope. It's the only thing that's saving me. I rolled an 8.
So you do
not
damage.
So we do damage to them.
You damage one of their stats. So they have Painless, they don't stop tagging until they're destroyed, and they have Simpleton Hive Mind. They act as one coherent unit.
I'm going to destroy the thing that makes them act coherently.
Okay. The group breaks up and cannot focus on anything that is in... Okay, when this stat is damaged, they break apart and can't focus on anything that isn't in arm's reach. So yeah, you shoot enough of them away that like they start getting disoriented and start like wandering around, ignoring you. Moving towards Skylinks.
Okay.
Well, alright, that's you. Swing over. Who's next?
Quick
What?
Sweeper. It's your time to shine.
Okay, I guess I'll run around, keeping them busy, keep them trained on me. Turning my lights on. Woo, woo, woo!
Getting them following you?
Yeah,
What is that?
keep them busy.
Keep them busy. Right. That's a real move.
I rolled a 7. Well, I buy some time, but they'll retaliate against me when the time is up.
Okay, so you distract them from Skylinks, which was the consequence. What did you roll?
I rolled a 7, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you draw their attention from Skylinks to you, so the whole mob is coming back up to follow you around and like eat you. Some of them are like shooting at you and stuff. Yeah, that's attracting attention from the corridor.
Okay.
Who's next? He's in danger.
Are they all kind of in a like free fall at the moment because they're being pulled out through the depressurized?
Most of them were. What's remaining is now gathering up to group up on him. Like the pressure equalized pretty quick.
Okay. Is there debris and stuff that's like
Yeah, there's
Floating or firing
containers,
through
there's
there?
damage, there's all sorts of stuff in here. Whatever you need.
Okay. Necronom, try and reverse your trap at a key moment and get the debris to collapse on top of Sweetbird. I'll go and pull him out of range, but hopefully you can crush all of the things that are around him.
Very well. He switches fingers and kind of tugs at another one of the resin strings with his other hand or
Okay.
other finger.
I'll hit my thrusters and try and grab Sweetbird.
So you're gonna blow a trap on them to get advantage to like drop debris and.
Well, I think Sweeper is keeping them busy, so
Yeah.
he's going to use that advantage to finish them by finalizing his trap.
Does keep them busy give you advantage?
I mean, advantage-
Anything that sounds like an advantage is an advantage.
Okay, I'm just asking if it calls out specifically. That's all.
Not anymore.
Yeah, nothing actually calls out that it gives you an advantage anymore because it's just narratively, if it sounds like you should have an advantage, get one.
All right, so you're keeping them busy, and how's this going? What were you saying, Tyler?
So he's clustering them all together.
Yeah,
While there's a
yeah.
whole bunch of debris and like large floating objects that are flying through the hangar.
Absolutely.
He's waiting until a precise moment where some large container is rolling over, and then he's going to disengage the trap and have it collapse on that central grouping of them at the exact same moment that I scoop in and pull out Sweeper.
Okay. So that sounds like finish them.
Yeah.
From Kevin.
Yep.
All right, finish them, Kevin.
I was, but you can have it if you want. I don't think it's going to help much. I'm going to use Doom for this, actually, because I have that.
Ooh.
So a piece of luck, a really large piece, is going to fall on them and crush them.
Finish
to
them
death.
with Doom. Because finish them does different things now in second edition
And
listeners.
we're working together, so
Yeah.
you got hope.
Yeah.
Nope.
What'd you get?
5.
Oof. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna create a consequence. Then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna follow up with that cut. Then the zombies start pulling and dragging onto you, and the hard cut that follows up is that debris falls on you. You take damage,
Okay.
and some of the zombies get one of your gear away. Pick a gear that they pull away from you.
Let's see. I guess I'll use my under armor for the damage, and they take away my sword.
Sure, yeah, they yank it right out of your arm, like it pulls off. You're no longer armed.
Oh no, this isn't working. This isn't working.
Yeah, good thing you had good thing your overshield was up,
Yep.
as that fizzles. Okay, what's next, guys? The mob is now chewing apart your little friend. Are you going to kill another one of Peter's characters? We will pause so Nicole and Kevin can come back from the kitchen. Okay, so your little buddy, Sweeper, is currently being eaten by zombies. What do you do?
I am going to... Multiple zombies?
Yeah, like a swarm of them.
I'm going to use my harpoon gun to harpoon the ceiling and swing over Tarzan style and scoop him up.
Okay.
I guess that's overcome.
That is overcome. You're preventing the X that's going to give it to him.
No, they take damage.
What?
Yeah, but it's going to keep happening. The consequence of you being in a zombie swarm is they're going to keep ripping you apart. Like in, I think, Day of the Dead, where the general's like screaming as they're pulling his guts out and pulling his head off, and he's screaming, "Choke on it!" You should watch the Of the Dead films. Only the first, like, 2.
I think that's the third one.
Only the first, like, 3.
Roll.
Okay, so, my brain isn't working right now. When it says +3, I just add +3 to the result I get,
Yeah.
Yes.
and I'm working together with myself, so I get 3 dice. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Nice.
Excellent. So yeah, I swing on in and scoop Sweeper up. I
Sweeper
sweep
is
him up.
swept out of the damage zone.
Woo!
Can I on the upswing let him go so he can land safely and then go back to kick these guys?
Like, go back into the fray?
Yeah, like penduluming. I like swing this way and then
Well,
I let go of Sweeper on the end and
probably
then when I
like-
swing back I'm gonna attack them.
I mean, you could always like swing the spot like for someone else to set them up
Yeah.
for you, and then you can try finishing them.
Exactly. Like, we're going to move to someone else now to set something up. Alright, the horde of them are there.
Right. Great grab, Breakout. You really saved his ass. Or his scrap.
Tailpipe.
Tailpipe.
His muffler, his exhaust,
They say tailpipe.
yeah, his bumper.
Necronom, breakout. Move to opposite ends. Set up a crossfire. I'll take him through for you. And then I'll flutter into the middle of them, and I'll start shooting off a whole series of like really low-powered lasers that are very attention-getting, but don't take up a lot of energon. Because I noticed that they're all swarming onto the nearest, closest, brightest thing.
Yeah.
And then I will just get that ball rolling and take it in between these two.
Necronom just kind of looks down at his entire lack of a gun that he's never had.
You've never had a gun?
Never.
Don't they all just have guns built in?
No, they're not built in. The weapons aren't built in. They're actually just guns, and then like you put your hand in and it like fuses into you and like folds into you.
Wait, they go
Okay.
for the brightest thing?
Well, he's thinking that they're going for energon sources.
Oh, okay.
So you want to keep them busy with ammo. So spend that ammo.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, my
Jesus.
fucking Christ.
Holy.
Okay, that one I get. 11.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you are keeping them busy. Like they're drawing towards you into a crossfire.
For laser fire from breakout and emotional damage from Necronom.
What was that? It's a weird fucking noise.
I don't know, but the bathroom door's open again.
Maybe it was the cleaning stuff in there, like the mop stuff. All right, they're
being corralled.
being corralled. What do you do, breakout?
Take the shot.
Yep. I will swing back around and shoot my way past them.
All right, do it. Finish them with murder.
Plus
Was it
blood. Oh, nice. So 11, 12, 13, 14.
You finished them.
You finish them off. They're gone. The whole mob has been destroyed.
I'm going to, when I land with my back to them, pull my harpoon down and reel it in as they're all falling behind
Yeah,
me.
they're all smoldering and smoking, the light going out of their dead little eyes.
Great shooting, breakout.
Yeah!
So I guess I'm gonna look for my sword, whether it's still there or has it been broken.
Yeah, it's been broken.
Oh no. Oh well.
Can I give him one of my swords?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Arr.
Yeah, I have multiples. Hey, one minute.
Hey, Turbo Fox.
Smash, grab, rip, and tear, right?
Tear is the sword?
Rip is the sword, actually, because Smash is the one that has it, and Smash is more likely to go up and, do melee combat.
Okay.
So, hey, Rip, work with sweeps for now.
He like jumps at you and like wraps around your arm.
Cool.
And now he's a sword.
That's a melee or melee and something?
I think it's just melee.
This is, elegant bladed weapon, melee.
Okay.
All right.
Also, an attack dog, so if you wanted, I guess...
You could burn his. Oh no, he only has bond with you.
So I'm gonna go and start scanning some of the corpses and seeing if I can get any
I
data.
don't have
off.
companions. I can't have
Oh
companions.
no.
But you can still have bonds with things.
You can have bonds, but he can't use them at all. He can't use the
Oh.
companion moves.
Like, if I have bonds with someone, I use them as precious, useful, or healing.
All right, you're saying you're going up to scan them?
Yeah, I want to check and see if they're still coordinating with the ethereal, or
They seem deactivated, but like their parts are still starting to move and like independent of each other. Like there's like one that's been shot down, it's missing like an arm and its legs all snapped in half, and like the one part of the leg and like the arm stuff is still moving about. Like it's still trying to function. Like all of its different limbs and internal parts are still moving independent of the whole.
Is there a way to drain them?
we could pull out their energon.
Yeah, like, is there a way to, like, drain their blood, basically?
They don't have energy running through them. They don't. There's not even a spark in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought
That's
they were
weird.
reanimated with Dark Energon, but now I don't know what this is.
It is dark energon. It doesn't physically give them fuel.
Oh. I thought they were, like, filled with it, and that's why it was doing it. Weird. Okay, yeah.
No, the energy infuses their metal and changes it. It's not physical fuel pumping through them. Their systems don't have fuel pumps. Some of these things have their spark case blown out.
So you just need to reforge them or something. And melt them for parts.
Probably don't want to use these. Probably don't want to use these for your medical, your fucking medic stuff.
Once we liberate this area, get everything safe, we need to make sure we scrap these things for good.
Yeah,
Sure.
I feel bad for who they used to be, but
No stasis log for them.
yeah.
Well, you got some people in trouble. We should get going.
Yeah.
All right, you head down the corridor, and yeah, you meet up with. Oh, God damn it, my notes.
Roadbuster.
Yeah, Roadbuster and Hotshot have kind of, come up to meet you. They've been shooting things all over the base. Roadbuster's a big, kind of Mack truck form. Like, he's just a big, four-wheeler that smashes through things, and Hotshot's a sports car.
I punch him full in the face.
Why?
Breakout tells me this is how wreckers say hello.
He's like, what is happening? What is this? Is this a drone?
Yeah. I'm.
You're just such a grab.
I back away.
Are you in robot mode?
No, I'm in. I guess I am if I just punched him.
Yeah. Look at how tiny you are.
What is this? Have I been misinformed? Breakout. You told me this is how we say hello.
I mean, yeah. I'll punch him too. Ow! Ow!
Yeah, you deserve that.
For the listeners, I just punched the corner of Devin's laptop and it hurt. Ouch.
You're just not careful.
I'm not.
You are
I'll say
right
in my high-pitched drone voice, my name is Flutter. We're here to save you.
We can use all the backup we can get. The dead are rising. First thing that got hit was the morgue and the mausoleum.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I just had to scrap sea spray. Again.
Oh, Jesus, I'm glad I wasn't here for that.
So they had to physically break in and get to the bodies before they could resurrect them.
Nope. Bodies just got up.
Bodies just got up. So it's some kind of
They've been-
transmission.
They've been shooting the planet and seeding it with Dark Energon, so yeah.
Could that be what they've been shooting?
Yeah.
Moonracer knows more, but he's up in ops. Come on.
Yeah. Let's
And
get going.
oh, you're all so strange. We'll cover it later. Because it's not just you guys, it's all your companions too.
Yeah.
Your Shades, your other drone.
Oh, look, Decepticons as well.
Oh fuck, Nitro Zeus is here too. Yeah, Nitro Zeus. They were all engaged in the fight. Like everyone was doing something. Your allies.
I think Nitros is his ally.
Is Nitro Zeus your guy?
Yeah,
There you
Necrons.
go. Alright, you all go to Ops, which, yeah, there's, dead Terrorcons everywhere, and, the weird amalgamation ones that, have just been fused together with purple, molten slag and are just moving about still, even after being dismembered.
Morbid.
Yeah, so Spark Case and Brain Module aren't the way to kill these things. You just gotta dismember them.
Parts still move afterward, though.
Yeah, well, you keep dismembering them. Severed arm is a little different from a full body with a gun. They can't blast you if they're in bits.
These Terracons, is there anything in the record of them showing up before?
Yeah, we've seen this before. Moonracer has more deets. You guys get into the ops room, pull it open. Moonracer is, he looks kind of like an astronaut if he was a robot. Like, he has an astronaut frame, like the old, Apollo suits with, the mirrored faceplate, the whiteness and stuff. His alt form is like an 8-legged kind of, like space rover. Where he, go on moon surfaces and has, a crane arm and stuff. He's, a big, science module. Oh, good. Backup. Breakout! It's been cycles. Where have you been?
On Cybertron, helping out the war effort, essentially.
If we would have known, we probably could have sent a ship. We've been dealing with problems on Luna 2 and in the surrounding Sol system. The war still rages on.
Oh yes, and this lunatic is out here too.
Yeah, Mesophallus. One of those eggheads from the Academy.
It's what it used to be, anyways.
Alright, do you know the situation?
I know that Terracons have been rising, and that his ship is out there, but no, I don't really.
Yeah, extraterrestrial vessel entered our orbit about 2 lunar cycles ago and started bombarding the surface with dark energon signals. They couldn't hit us through our shatter fields, but given enough time, all of our dead started rising on the battlefield and in our own, mausoleum and sites of remembrance. We had an internal power. We had an internal struggle. We had breached the perimeter. They started flooding in. We've been trying to patch things up since.
All right.
If you had a question about Terracons, this is the guy who knows.
Okay. I was told that you guys have encountered these before.
Yes, during the war for Cybertron, Megatron breached Trypticon Station. He took he initiated an energon bridge from the planet, fueled it, and began producing synthetic dark energon. He bolstered his forces with Terracons, would bomb cities with it, and it was a technological biological warfare tool.
So how did you stop it?
We dismembered them en masse. We did bombing runs back when we had ships that did bombing runs. We did, tip of the spear, demolitions. We brought buildings down on them. Eventually, once the planet cycled down and the Ark left with their flagship, the Nemesis, they just lost power over time. But that took, decacycles.
Okay. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to keep dismembering them for now.
I don't know.
We're here for 2 parts. 2 reasons. Save you guys from the crazy man, Tarantulas. Sorry, I actually didn't remember his name of the character. Save you guys from Tarantulas. Also, apparently Luna 2 has a weapon that can seriously cripple him.
What, like a cannon? What do you mean?
He take out his ships here.
Ships?
Yeah.
We don't have any anti-ship weapons left. They were mostly scrapped in the war.
Apparently Luna 2 has something or is something. Because if you guys,
The
someone
Great
mentioned-
Ballistic Theory has been largely disproven by the Icon Council.
Sorry, the what?
The Iacon Council was a bunch of, they like to keep secrets.
Also, they're dead.
Also, they're
What was that, Tyler? Flutter?
I said the what about the what?
The Great Ballistic Theory theorizes that Cybertron itself, which we know is a living planet, as we have armaments, he himself would have armed his own frame. And the Luna Stations 1 and 2 were his tools, his sword and his cannon. All Cybertronians usually carry a sword and cannon. We think the theory was that we learned that from Primus. Largely disproven. There were investigations in Luna 1 that found no signs of it having a weapon system. Luna 2, we've done extensive searching of its core. We haven't found anything like that.
Well, we've talked to the Fallen, and he has a different theory.
fucking what?
I don't have a response to that. We do
Nice guy.
have an extra problem.
Mhm.
There are dark energon signatures coming from Luna 2 now since the bombardments. They're fueling these things, which means they won't run out of power. We think that alien vessel did something to the surface or dropped something.
Sounds like we should go check that out. I still think that we should take a look at your archives, but probably after the main threat's passed.
We're trying to put together a plan. We're abandoning Luna 2. Or the Wrecker HQ. We could fall back to a different base of operations. But it's been too compromised for us to stay in. And there are other outposts on Luna 2 that are still serviceable that we can bring back to operation.
Breakout tells me that the wrecker never says die, never retreats.
Oh, we retreat constantly. You fall back so you can draw the enemy in and cut off the head. This outpost isn't functional anymore. Which, it's strange though.
Mm-hmm.
He brings up a map of the bombardments. This is the bombardment pattern, and he shows like that on a hologram, and then he brings up Luna 2, and like the bombardment pattern does hit close to Luna 2, but it's not it's kind of overlapping on the tertiary.
Tertiary.
Like it's not in the center of it.
Okay.
The vessel's bombing runs, we thought they were trying to avoid our cannons, but we've scored hits against its barrier, and they're not doing any damage to it. We haven't brought it down once with direct fire. So we don't think it's afraid of our defense armaments, but it's not hitting us directly.
So maybe there's some different pattern going on here. Maybe they're trying to hit something that will be in the center of this bombing pattern.
We don't have the forces to go explore, and that place is a kill zone. It's full of Terracons. The old trenches from the war are there. And there were a fair amount of dead. That's where some of the old mining complex was. It got turned into a fortification and was carved out into trenches.
Can either of you two take a look at this and see if you can find anything interesting?
I sure can.
Alright, Tyler, what are you going to do to suss this out?
How far away is this place?
Travel over land distance in
Yeah.
the alt forms? Yeah.
Oh boy, I meant like the data. I didn't mean go there by
Oh,
yourself.
well,
Holy shit,
I mean, you
man.
can fly and you're stealthy, might as well.
Data is Necrodome.
I mean,
I thought
You're just like, oh sure, I'll just go by myself.
I mean, technically you're stealthy and you can fly, and technically the spider can latch onto anyone, so
Yeah.
you just ride on the little drone.
I mean, it's what I do.
All right, I'll look through the data.
Alright, what are you guys looking for? Like, what are you going to do with that?
Try to suss it out with look closely.
Sure.
Yeah, I guess we're looking for some patterns there.
Alright, yeah, Tyler, you can use that thing if you want to kind of...
Yeah, I'm thinking I might bring it up.
Do you want to do that right now? Cut through it?
I'll let Necronome do his thing first.
Closely is
Sense.
10.
Alright, so...
Ask 3 questions.
Yeah, ask your questions from the list. Yeah, there you go. What's going on here? Something hidden? Tell me about what will happen. Those sorts of things.
Is something hidden or out of place?
It's something hidden or out of place. So this used to be the Luna 2 mining complex that it's primarily bombing in. The older mines were used for harvesting energon deposits and also for pulling out sparks that kindled on the moon's surface. Or in the moon's like interior metal structure. Based on your kind of look at the scans and the seismographics, there's a facility down there. It's recent in that it was probably around during the autocracy. And it looks like, yeah, there was a facility, like an autocracy base in there.
Does it have defenses?
Does it have defenses? Probably not after this much time.
Where would we find an access point?
You can map one out on the map. Like,
Okay.
You can find one on the map. All right.
Well, should we go there, check it out?
I mean,
Sounds like an excellent idea.
yeah. We need to figure out what the heck he's up to.
Woo! Let's go!
All right.
I mean, he could be bombing the surface, trying to collapse tunnels, cut off access to it.
Okay. So, you guys are going to head out. The Wreckers will hold the base here and try to cut off any. Like, the monsters seem to be attracted to this base, so they're going to continue holding the fort. And you guys are going to head on in. Alt mode's driving. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Yet.
Sweep, sweep, sweep. Time to clean up this mess.
All right, you guys find a route and head out an airlock, and you're going to the old mining complex. So it's not a long journey. It'll probably just be a scene of you traveling over there. And yeah, this place is a nightmare. Like there's blown up rails and tram lines. You know, there used to be big monorails for transporting large amounts of cargo to and from the mining operation that have been like torn apart. You can see train cars hanging off the monorail and like Terracons crawling themselves out and falling into the pits below. And as you get closer, you can see that the ground's been melted and steeled and like slagged open into like deep running cover zones. You know, actual like World War I style trenches for like taking cover and firing over from when the resistance was happening. And like all in here, like uninterred from the blasts and the debris, you can see Terracons. This place is swarming with them.
Neat.
You are now in the set piece of the corruption. So, there are 2 stats for this place. One is everything's dangerous, which means there's nowhere safe, you can't fill your belly, and you cannot rest here.
That's fine.
The other one is dark creatures. No matter where you go, there are going to be corrupted creatures and terrorcons always nearby.
Okay.
So, like, every set or scene you're in, this place is going to be swarming with monsters. Yeah, so we're on phase 1, the corrupted place, which is actually relevant to people that this place used to belong to. Which I think would be you.
I guess.
Like the Wrecker HQ, and like this is their base and stuff.
Yep.
Or unless anyone else has a suggestion, who used to, I don't know, be in Luna 2 as a miner, or a prisoner, or a wrecker,
If only Multiplex was here.
right? Okay, so this place used to be something, it used to mean something, but not anymore. Tell us whose people this place used to belong to. That player can command more about the architecture and layout of this place. Everything is slightly different than expected to be.
Cool.
Yeah, so you're kind of in charge of like the layout of this place and the different paths. Your goal is to get to the autocracy base at the at the heart of this. All right, guys. So you arrive at the trenches. It is swarming with terrorcons and those weird amalgam things, just terror-assing through the trenches. What do you do?
Maybe we should avoid them. Seems to be too many to deal with.
Are they blocking the openings?
Definitely, they're choking them.
I think we're going to have to deal with them.
Well, I think I'm going to look around to see whether there's any spot they aren't covering that we can sneak through. So I'm going to look closely for that.
Do it.
Oh.
Take charge of the situation.
Yeah, I got like 12 plus.
Oh, okay. So yes, you do see one of the access routes that looks like it's unoccupied.
There. I think that's an entrance.
Yeah, as you're commanding lord of this place, you can't get lost here.
Oh, nice.
You know the layout. All right. So yeah, he spots one of the trenches, like one of the kind of material run spots that seems to be unblocked, which makes sense. It probably wasn't used that much, so not a lot of people died there.
All right. I mean, may as well go around.
I hate being so low to the ground.
Oh yeah, and like these trenches become tunnels and stuff, like foxholes and like actual like.
And today we discovered that Flutter has claustrophobia. So
Alright.
we go in.
You go in. The tunnels have, very utility design. It looks like they were carved from the metal earth of Cybertron, of Luna 2 itself. There are energon lights, like lanterns, that have been stapled into the wall and strung along with wiring, so this place has a dim glow to it that flickers. The lights are giving off a purple glow. Like this place has been infected by whatever's going on here.
That's not good.
Okay. So, you must be taking charge because you know this place's layout. Where are you going to be leading them through?
Yeah, preferably through the lesser used tunnels and side entrances so we can avoid most of the fucking swarm.
That makes sense.
Also, there would be like secret entrances and stuff like that, to get out quick. So
Of course.
using those as well.
Alright. I'm going to have you then lead the charge on a getaway roll.
Okay.
There's rolls with grace. It allows you to get somewhere quickly, avoiding harm along the way, or quietly drawing no attention, or you bring people with you.
Roll.
Nice.
6, so 10, 11, 12.
Choose 2.
Alright, so on getaway, you get to choose 2 of the op. Oh, I got it.
I will choose the bottom 2.
Draw attention and bring people with you.
Yeah. Because obviously I have to bring people with me.
Sure.
You just got there by yourself. So harm along the way.
Yes, I'm going to say that along the way, a cut's going to come down to you. So I'll scroll through real quick because I'm trying to be a little more robust with my cuts instead of just saying the items are damaged. I feel like I'm walking in on that too much.
Separate them.
Yeah. Okay. Oh wait, no. I think I have a thing for this. No. Yeah. No. Sure. Okay. As you guys are moving through, pick someone who goes with you. Breakout.
I can only pick one person?
Pick one person right now.
I will pick
Sweeper.
All right, you and Sweeper take the charge going down the tunnels. As you go through, you trip an old wrecker tripline, and as soon as you do, the security baffle door slams down, separating you from Necronom and Flutter.
Damn it.
You know how to get around. These guys don't. So you two have been cut off from your allies. You'll have to detour.
Oh, you are the scout.
I am.
All right, let's go with you two then, who have no idea where they're going. What's the plan?
I am going to ping out a sonar pulse that I use to map the various corridors and find a safe route around to the other side of them.
Just like in
I'm gonna
Prometheus.
I haven't seen that. I'm going to use keen senses to ask a question about my surroundings and immediately receive a truthful answer. And the question I'm going to ask is, how do I reconnect with the other team?
Okay, and you've already gotten the roll for it and everything?
I just do it.
Oh, you
I
just
just
do that?
ask a question and get a truthful answer.
Oh, cool.
It's one of my magic spells.
Oh, cool. So how do you reconnect? All right, you have a route planned out that is relatively safe. It will bring you near some Terracons. That's the most efficient route.
I think we can handle that.
Alright. I still have my elven lore from this thing. Could I use that to bolster this to avoid dangers and whatnot?
Elven Moore?
From the Elven community, we got some intel that we can one-time use.
Yeah.
What are you going to use that for?
I'm gonna say they were spying on the breakers
Sure.
and
So
got
totally
information about. So I'm gonna use that to further bolster this so we don't get caught.
So you're just going to avoid the Terracons completely?
Yeah.
Okay, you will bypass the danger and get there good. You burn that resource. Let's swing the spotlight then back to you two. What's your plan for meeting back up with them?
Well, I know the ways around here, and I can figure out what ways they're likely to come through. I'm going to leave marking where I think they'll be.
So,
yeah.
Mining shock.
Exactly, to direct them, the path that we'll be taking.
All right.
Talk sense, I guess.
No. So if you're going that way, then you'll probably need to detour through something like a set piece of some sort, like maybe a main area, and then kind of back around to them. What would that be in this area? This is a wrecker base. This is a mine operator facility, and this used to be a prison. What kind of place do you have to go through?
Sorry, mining base. What was the middle part?
It was a prison, a mining base, and a wrecker base.
I'll say we have to go through the courtyard, basically, of the old prison.
So it's just a big open space where there were places for prisoners to mull about.
Yeah.
Underground.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's whatever.
All right. Yeah. So you'll detour through there. There are Terracons around here. And as you get here, the courtyard has rusted and been just damaged. Parts of it have fallen down. The cells that used to line this place have been blown open. There's some Terracons still locked up in there that are ripping the moorings off. Yeah. What is your plan for getting by them?
We said parts of it are collapsed, so I will get me and Sweeper to climb up some of the rubble on one side, so that we're out of sight, and basically walk along the ledges of it.
Shimmy.
Yeah.
Sure. Along your way, I'm going to burn one of the stats of this place memories. You remember this place. You used to be here. You used to use this place as a base. So as you're going through one of the empty cells, you see something. It is a hotspot. Hotspots are things that appear on Cybertron and Luna 2 when sparks form from the internal energon of the place. So it's probably one of the last generations of sparks. like an actual soul.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pulsing purple and is flickering.
Oh. Huh.
So like, you know, you're seeing someone that's been like basically killed before they were born and stuff. Like it's a pretty grisly sight. There was a whole person there and they're being snuffed out by Unicron. Which does damage to you. It damages you emotionally to see this in your old base, to see something so profane and unholy. So damage yourself. You see it, Flutter doesn't. It's up to you whether or not you share this with people.
Sweeper.
Sweeper doesn't. It's up to you whether you share this with people.
Wisdom is what you use to appeal to people's emotions and stuff, so I'm gonna say that's what is damaged.
Okay.
And yeah, no, I'll just keep it to myself. This kid doesn't need to see this. And there's no way to save it, right? Like,
There could be, you just do not have the tools for it. You're not a midwife.
yeah. I'm gonna do some damage in front of this specific cell, so that, like, rubble will fall in front of it, so that people can't, like, the Cybertrons can't get in here and do shit. So, if we ever do get the chance, maybe we'll be able to come back. But
Sure.
there's nothing I can do now.
Alright, you do that. Yeah, and then from there, look closely to find your way back to the group. Because you're trying to navigate around these terracons and the shimmy and whatnot, right? Or I guess not
Get
that.
away.
Get away? Yeah, I think it's just get away. Or if you want to pull it off, because you're taking point, because you're the smaller one.
Sure. I can roll twice. I got a 9. Choose one. I guess we'll go there together. I'm drawing attention and maybe getting harmed.
Alright, as you guys are shimmying, you alert the terracons. Like, they, like, start making noises at you and firing. And I'm going to say you get shot.
Oh.
But you two basically find a route. Like, as you're going along that rim there, you actually find a access ladder and able to pull yourselves up. But they're following you now, and they're alerting. They're all moaning, and that's alerting all the rest of them. So you two groups meet back up.
Can I collapse the tunnel after us so that they can't get through, or at least slow them down?
You don't have the firepower.
Okay,
It's reinforced.
that's fair.
You have to do something.
Can we talk for a bit first on our journey as we're separated?
Sure.
Before we connect back up. So, Necronom, pretty crazy what's going on out here, huh? This must be the effect that Dark Energon has on sparkless bodies.
It does seem so.
Do you know anything about this? I mean, you're a scientist. Are you familiar with the effects of Dark Energon at all?
I did some studies into it when I was younger, yes.
What is the effect that it has on a living body?
That's a good question. Person who knows anything about Transformers, Devin?
Dark Energon was more supernatural in science. It was really hard. It was mostly just theorization.
Okay.
You know, it's the blood of Unicron. It probably makes you fucking crazy. It connects you directly to Unicron, and he's like this big, hateful presence that is the anti... The title he has is the Anti-Spark.
Also, we talked to the Fallen, and he basically said that he was strong enough, basically, to fight back its influence, but anyone else would be subsumed by it and go crazy and stuff.
He said a lot of things.
Yeah, like, he's the devil, so who knows if he's right, but you did get a little bit of information about that.
With the dead, it warps their body. With the living, it warps their soul, their mind, driving one closer and closer to madness over time until they are an incurable wretch. Of course, this is all just theory. Some may be able to handle such things, empower themselves.
Incurable? What if they were separated from the Dark Energon again?
Like a full drainage? Who knows? Depends on how deep it goes. It may infect the spark itself.
I'm just wondering, I mean, this Dark Energon is coming from the ship above. We know that Tarantulas is exposed to it. You said before that he seems changed, different from when you knew him. What if this isn't him, what if this is the influence of Dark Energon? What if he could be saved?
Perhaps we'll bring one of these corpses back with us once we are done here, and we shall experiment then, if you believe this has any truthfulness to it.
Well, it wouldn't work if we just took a corpse that had been resurrected with Dark Energon, right? We'd have to find a living person who had been corrupted by Dark Energon and experiment on them.
True. Or it would give us energon to use for experiments. Who knows?
We'll try and capture one then.
Yes.
Well, I think I see Breakout and Sweeper.
You do? You can see them running through the tunnels with like sounds behind them.
Faster, faster, faster.
Looks like they're in trouble.
Yes, it would seem so. I am going to lay down webs since they're coming this way.
I'll lure them in.
Right. So that's 2 webs. Also, I don't use up webs if I manipulate the environment, so...
Nice.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, this is a shambling mob of zombies. It's a group, so if you destroy it, it splits into 2.
Alright.
For mobs, do we need to have area/dangerous weapons to harm them?
Oh shit, you do.
Mm-hmm. If only we had multiplex.
Stand outside.
Can you do area or dangerous with your traps?
I can.
Okay. So when I see them coming, I'll zip out to between these two and go, quick, guys, Necronom's got a trap. Run down this way.
We will do so.
Run.
Alright, you guys book it down that hall. I need to pause for just a second.
Okay.
We're back.
Sweeper, hit your sirens. Get them all hot and bothered. We're going to take them right into the heart of it.
Okay. So I'm going to keep them busy, I guess.
Alright, you need 2 people to keep them busy.
We're working together.
Okay.
Alright, so your 2 actions are to keep them busy. You're going to get in there and get them all distracted.
Yep.
Roll it!
I got 10 plus. So we
All
can
right.
keep them busy.
Alright, you bring them out. They're coming on in. They're swarming after you. Autobot and Decepticon corpses. And even ones from, like, the Autocracy.
Alright. Necronom reaches into the nearby wall and kind of presses his claws in, and then, like, pieces of metal just pierce out to, shatter through them.
Alright, do it. Finish them.
Alright, so I'm gonna go for... Oh, wait. I should actually...
I mean, this sounds like blood.
Yeah, this actually does. I have 0 to that, but...
Roll with hope.
Yeah.
Because you're working with your friends.
8.
Alright, so you damage one of their stats. You can take a Painless or Simpleton Hive Mind.
Simpleton Hive Mind.
Alright, so yeah, they a lot of them are like disrupted. They can't get through the barrier. They kind of start to like meander. They're just gonna go to the closest people now.
Okay.
Which right now is you 2.
If they're making a move, I can activate another one of my traps then. That wasn't even a trap.
Oh, yeah, there's a consequence to this. Right. Consequences exist.
I mean, didn't roll 6 under.
No,
Yeah,
no.
it's...
On anything under than a 10, it's a consequence. 8 is a soft cut, 6 under is a hard cut.
I thought
That's
we-
how the entire game operates.
Hmm.
For every action, there's a reaction unless you do exceptionally well. Else, you'd always be succeeding.
No, I think it was like... Unless there's like something else specified.
Didn't you get confirmation about this on Twitter?
Yeah, like we were basing that on that one part of the book would say that if you roll below whatever, you have to pay a price. But I think the creator specified that unless there's something's...
Yeah, no, it's on a 6. I just misremembered the cut section. So,
They're still here. We need to deal with them.
yeah, they're still here causing trouble. They've been damaged, but who's next? What's up? What's your next move? Like your next plan?
Shoot him, I guess.
You create an advantage
You
first.
need to create an advantage. You can't just shoot. Unless you're shooting them is to create an advantage for someone else. Or you have one of your companions set
Are
you up.
they? So what are they doing right now? What's going on?
They're charging you 2.
They're charging us too?
Yeah, they're going to try and rip you guys apart.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna group up. We're gonna go back to back, and we are gonna tough it out. We're gonna stay super still. We're gonna let them swarm us, and then Breakout is going to take care of him for us.
Woo-wee. I love playing the bait. Okay.
Oh boy.
Roll whatever you want to roll with that. I guess. Keep them busy.
Yeah, the two of
Sure.
you are keeping it
Keep it
busy. I
busy.
think you're taking point on this since it's your plan.
Yep. 12.
Ah.
Very good. So, you're keeping them busy, which means there's an advantage up in the air because they're swarming over here and going to eat you. Breakout, what do you do?
Shoot them.
I just shoot.
Do it then.
Over
yeah.
10.
All right, so yeah, you blast apart this mob, and the only thing that remain are a few groups of stragglers that are moving about now. So they're now 2 units that you don't need 2 people to deal with.
And that is how we do it.
Yeah, you guys are standing there as like gunfire goes around you, you know, slagging them.
See, this is why I wear this high visibility, lamps here, so that people don't shoot at me. Okay.
All right, what's the next move? The next plan?
Well, time to do the same thing, I suppose. It worked the first time. So I'm going to keep them busy, I guess. Yeah. Like 13 plus.
All right, so you're just running around the last stragglers in one of the groups.
Yeah.
All right, they're trying to get at you, and you're just moving too fast and too low to the ground. Who's up?
One, shoot them.
So we were told dismember, right? No,
Yeah.
whip out my elven knife, and I'll go in and start hacking at limbs.
Finish them.
Yeah, with blood, which I also am terrible at. Oh, but I still get a 10.
Ooh.
All right, well, you straight up take out that group. Like, you just go in as a flying buzzsaw and just hack them all apart, leaving Sweeper standing there unharmed.
Woo.
All right,
So,
Yeah.
Swallow.
I wait till they get all tangled up in his like little sweeping mechanisms. They come in to like try and attack him, and he just sweeps them off of their feet. And I go in and cut it off.
by the ankles.
We're both so low to the ground that they're trying to like stoop over and get to us.
So, you two.
what are you guys up to?
So it's a great advantage, someone needs to finish them.
Yeah.
Or I can just activate a trap that does wind damage automatically.
Do it.
So, yeah. I have an arrow trap. It does 1 damage.
Okay.
That's
What
just
happens?
what it does. So yeah, I guess he just kind of lures them towards them, and when they get close enough, more of those spines like raise up, and it's like those horse barriers they used to put up.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Like,
So yeah, they run into those.
all right, yeah, you pull up some debris and twisted metal, and they're just impaling themselves. What do you want to damage? The shambling or the painless?
The painless. Why not?
Sure. I go back to the corruption. Oh no, I don't. I have to go back to my Google Doc. They don't stop attacking until they're destroyed. If they take damage while their stats are at damage, they are destroyed. So yeah, they're stuck and are slowing down. Who's next?
Am I able to just shoot them?
No, you need an
Yeah.
advantage, or you need your companion to make an advantage.
And I have my companions with me, so I'm going to get Blur to just run real fucking fast around them to confuse them, so they get distracted.
Okay, so you damage one of Blur's stats to give you advantage.
Okay.
This is how it works. I gave you Blur's stats, right?
I don't think I wrote them down though.
Okay, perfect. Alright, just write down that one of Blur's stats is damaged. We'll deal with that later. It's probably one related to speed. Alright, don't worry, I can take care of this. It's all good. I'll go around, I'll be moving around them and it'll be just fine. We'll be able to cause a distraction. You shoot them up, don't shoot me.
I didn't shoot.
Yes. And then I'll shoot him.
You can finish him.
Yes, I got a 10.
All right, yeah, you take them out. You put them all down. All right, situation is dealt with.
We're gonna have to remember to leave one alive on the way back.
Yes, well, we're certainly not lacking in living corpses walking around.
I say as I'm amidst the corpses, cutting off limbs.
Right. Gruesome. In the pale purple light, these things are like just moving about and moaning and stuff as you hack them apart.
So, where are we going?
I'm going to deploy the reflector team as we move along to start creating a log of this event.
You got it, boss.
The pool reflector team.
So where to next?
It's down this tunnel here and to the left.
All right.
I'll scout out ahead.
As you scout ahead and head that way, you see that the metal is being twisted by that purple energy, that dark energon is going through like old power lines and old fuel lines. And like parts of the space are coming up online, but in weird ways, like erratically.
Does it seem like it's attracted to the energy signatures, or is it just following the path of least resistance?
It looks like it's random, and you can feel bombardments happening from the surface when this happens, when they light up.
It's probably seeping in deeper and deeper until it reaches whatever it's looking for.
Mm-hmm.
But what's their end game here?
Well, if there's a weapon here in the whole facility, so maybe they want to take over the whole planet, moon. That sounds sensible. Use that, blow up the other planet, at least shoot it down a little bit. Well, no time to waste.
Yeah. So as you guys are running, I'm going to damage the sealed path stat, which means the corruption in this place separates you in 4 ways.
Ooh.
Yeah. As you're running, this place starts coming down, and as you're scattering, the floor gives out under some of you, and paths open up in some of your ways, and you get split.
Woo.
As that was happening, though, you notice that as you're looking at the scaffolding of this place, there's like a main elevator you guys were almost near. That looks like it goes down deeper.
Which of us sees this?
All of them.
Oh.
Well, adventure ho!
All right, so I'm going to swing around to each of you, and I want to plan on how you're going to meet back up with the group or get out of this.
Okay.
What's the area that we were in leading up to being separated?
What was the area?
Come on.
Leading up to being separated?
Yeah.
To the elevator thing.
Were we in like the command, the barracks, the
Loading
infirmary, loading zone, storage?
Probably would have been storage, I'm guessing, if it's off the courtyard. And going towards the elevator. That's what I was looking for.
All right, so you're on different levels of this place, different catwalks. It's more like it looks like a mining tunnel that had an elevator built into it that had catwalks and stuff. So you have to navigate around to get to the entrance to the elevator.
Neat.
All right, so that's your answer, Flutter. You can fly. You have flight.
So yeah, I guess I will fly to the elevator. Activate dark mode. Turn down my thrusters so that they're super quiet. Recollect the reflector team and move in silently.
All right, that's Flutter. Next one.
I'm just going to... You said there's like beams and stuff?
Yep. A lot of them are broken and damaged. Some of them have like rubble on them. Parts of the shaft have collapsed onto like the landslides and stuff.
I have the Daring Devil symbol, so I can just like jump to and from them and like swing on them and stuff all the way down.
All right, give me an overcome. as you're overcoming the threat of this area.
That's blood.
During Devil's List, we use grace instead of blood, but I'm better with blood, so I'll just use blood.
Right.
I got a 9.
Choose one.
Yeah.
Can I pay a price or create a temporary solution?
Yeah, I'll pay a price because I don't want the I don't want the solution to be temporary and then have the entire thing collapse on me afterward.
Alright, what's the price you pay?
I'm gonna say that I lose my harpoon along the way again.
Oh
So I've been
no.
using it to swing from shit.
Yeah. Alright, it's gone.
Okay.
Alright.
So, I'm going to use my traveler's gear to always be prepared and, you know, safely, like, harness myself and shimmy me down to where I need to go. So I'll just burn that gear to overcome this problem.
Sure, I'll give that to you. Necronom.
Okay, Necronom brushes himself off, unsheaths his claws, and promptly rips apart his chassis to make himself look like he's been torn apart. Then takes one of the nearby corpses of the Revenant and smears its glowingness all over himself. Then he's going to start crawling along the wall.
You
Yeah,
have wall
wall
crawling,
crawling.
right?
Yep.
Sure. Are you gonna take damage to your armor?
No, it's mostly just emphasizing damage that's already there. Unless you... That's
Or,
the
alright, well then, give me overcome.
Okay.
It's like, okay,
No,
you
it's
just rubbed a
blood.
bunch of dark energy
I
on
just did it
yourself.
for the
so...
lols.
8.
Pay a price.
So yeah,
Pay a price.
tear apart my armor.
Alright. You guys all meet back up, which means you have defeated this section of the encounter, the Corrupted Place, and have arrived at the elevator bringing you to the Heart of Darkness.
Woo.
So, you're in the elevator together. Do you want to talk amongst yourselves?
That was quite the quake. I hope this facility doesn't fall apart any further.
Yeah, that'll be awful place to get buried in.
It's,
Nitro Zeus doesn't want to be buried alive with the dead.
yeah, that'd be terrible. That would be real terrible.
Yeah, didn't you say you're immortal? So you'd be awake for the whole time.
Nitro Zeus would go into stasis lock.
Is that just a decision you can make?
Everyone's like, oh, it's not in character, obviously. Yeah. You can just go into stasis lock.
Why doesn't the flailing guy in
Silver
space
bolts.
just go into space?
Because he's constantly being attacked and woken up.
By space radiation.
Nonsense.
He's in trouble.
I know. And I know there's...
You already asked this question, actually, the last time.
Well, I thought he could just kill himself, but then I forgot that stasis lock was a thing.
Good thing there are scraplets around.
Thank God.
God.
They can't survive the coldest space.
So they go into stasis block.
No, they're not Cybertronian. They're parasites.
Hmm.
They just would not live in space. On cold environments, they do like go to sleep, but like this is space. It's deadly.
Okay.
All right. Well, the elevator is still functioning. Still has energon running to it. It actually has energon running to it. Like it's fueled.
Huh.
Cool. Is it the good energon or is it the bad energon?
I would have specified. It's still powered.
Okay, which floor? The bottom?
There's only one other floor.
Boop.
Yeah, it's like a command override you have to put in, but like the wreckers took that off a while ago. Okay, so the elevator goes down, and normally it would stop at the autocracy facility that was at the bottom of the shaft. That facility's floor was blown apart, it looks like. So your elevator just drops out of the pipe through the floor.
Oh no.
Woo!
You're in free fall.
I specifically don't have my harpoon to,
You're also inside an elevator pod.
Woo!
Ooh-wee. So this is the soft cut I'm opening this scene with, which the book says to do.
How do we want to get out of here? You're too small to carry people.
Who is big enough to carry people?
I mean,
The elevator is big
and-
enough.
basically all of us are big enough to carry like one other person, except for you and Sweets.
So if I could make Necronom fly, he could spin a web that would carry...
Any size.
He could spin a web and carry Sweeps and Breakout.
I could likely carry one person. Well, you are very small.
Yeah,
you
but
could,
you could
carry
web.
Breakout, I could carry Sweeps.
All right.
Alright.
What about
I'm
Nitro
gonna-
Zeus and Blur?
Nitro
all
Zeus
our
is
companions.
immortal,
Ah,
so he'll be fine.
his brain is not shock absorbent though, but Blur can run really fast, so he should be able to like.
he's already run out of them.
Hey Blur, can you come get Nitro Zeus?
He's already running up the wall and like going around it like a corkscrew. He's yelling at you.
Can't hear what he's saying.
I'm not going to jump you.
Fair.
I'm going to engage my emergency auxiliary additional thrusters and have them detach and go over to Necronom.
Little pods attached to him, just like in fuck, what was it called? That movie we saw that sucked. David Bowie opened it up.
What?
Something in the City of 1,000 Planets.
No idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Valerian?
Valerian. Yeah, just like Valerian
Yeah.
with the pushing the station.
Yeah, that was a terrible movie.
It was shitty and it made me mad, and I'll talk to you about it later. This is one time I actually got mad.
It was a good intro, though.
And then I'll grab Sweeps.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, good. Surely I will not go mad with power.
Can't you?
Yeah, you must start ascending upward through the elevator's emergency hatch.
Can't you specifically not carry anyone else with you when you're flying?
He can't because he's fucking small.
That is true.
I mean,
I
yeah,
can't.
but it
Well,
specifically
your
says,
shades.
but you cannot carry anyone with you.
Yeah.
What about Mirror Shades?
Fuck mirror shades.
His gear.
Wait, who needs to be grabbed by me? I
Mirror
forgot.
Shades.
I'm very distracted by my flight.
These two.
Groundlings.
All right. Here's how it's going to work. I don't think I can actually lift you, but I can get over there now easily. Here, be sure to grab on tight when you reach the wall, and I'm going to fling him at the wall outside of the elevator.
Who are you throwing?
Sweeter.
Do you want to web him to the wall at least?
Sure.
Whip. Alright, Sweeper's taken care of.
Anyone?
You have Mirror Shades, Nitro Zeus, and anyone
Breakout.
else?
Well,
Any
Mirror
other
Shades just clips onto my belt.
He's a full-size Cybertron. He's bigger than you.
I mean, whether he...
He's as big as Breakout.
Not in his, Mirror Shades form.
No, that's Reflector.
Oh, right.
Mirror
I
Shades,
was
the car?
I was getting them
Wasn't
confused.
he a motorbike?
Don't worry, everyone.
He
I
might
just
be, yeah.
remembered I can do this.
Bonk!
Open a ground bridge so we can get safely to the ground, and everyone can come with me because that's just how it works.
Why is it like, wait guys, I figured this out. Wow!
The whole elevator just teleports down.
Did we just leave Sweeper connected to a wall? Like,
Yeah.
That's fine. Please tell me you left Nitro Zeus in the pod.
No! His brain is... I don't want him to fucking...
We made you insane with power for nothing.
How long does that last?
See?
Might as well use it.
Alright, so you guys ground bridge off to the side at the bottom of this shaft, just in time for smash! And Sweeper is up there on the wall. Blur will run around and grab you and then just corkscrew his way down to the bottom. I was trying to tell you that you should probably open up a ground bridge so you can teleport Sora down to the bottom, but I don't think you could hurt me because there's an echo effect, and also because I can't really yell really loud when I'm running. It takes a lot of energy out of me.
Yeah. I mean...
The Decepticon is up there, is flying. Looks like he's going mad with power. We should really watch out. Like Megatron version 2 is out here. Can I get us all? We should get rid of our weapons.
He's not a Decepticon. I know he wears the symbol, but he's actually...
Rise up!
Please don't offline me, Megatron version 2.
So, where to now?
You're still flying. The scene hasn't ended. This is the scene we open with.
I guess I'm keeping these.
Yeah. You're just, I just imagine like the Christ pose flying, just like, yes!
T-posing.
Asserting your dominance over the fellowship.
A xenomorph in Christ pose
Right.
descending.
You're now the nemesis Splat.
A new beginning.
Alright. So, yeah, this elevator shaft ended at a, like it looks like it's at the bottom of this borehole. They built up like a base, which that elevator crashed into and smashed. Bunch of Terracons in there that are dead. They looked autocracy, like just from the remnants of them. And this place opens up into a natural cavern in the metal structure of Luna 2 that they put railings on, built walkways, and led deeper into Luna 2.
Oh no, Hollow Earth again.
Always. So yeah, as you guys ascend down, Terracons are swarming this place, and those like amalgam things are like crawling along the walls and stuff. So eventually you're going to have to deal with that. But this opens up into a naturally forming chamber in Luna 2, which has the set piece in it. What do I got for this? There is a superstructure built in here. It is a large, kind of like oval chamber with like a main kind of tube attached to the top and one going to the bottom deeper into Luna 2. The chamber is clear and has hexagonal like windows on it, and it's pulsing with this blue gold power that like immediately like makes you feel warm. It has like old like Knights of Cybertron ancient interfaces built into it.
Alright, this looks like it's what we're looking for.
Yeah, there's like statues carved into the wall and like hieroglyphs, and like this whole place looks like what's this place called where they do like they show you the stars and stuff and you can like
Planetarium?
yeah, it looks like an interior planetarium. Like it's very big and ostentatious.
Neat.
Any idea what this does when we fire it up?
Nope. It seems to be a, it's not corrupted yet.
You can
so.
see energon lines, like black energon lines, dark energon, flowing up near the various feeds in the planet, like approaching the chamber. Like, it looks like they're like being pushed back wherever this thing's putting out.
Maybe it just purifies dark energon, I don't know.
Maybe just full of energy. Like if we could flush the system with this, might be useful.
Also, I mean, let's just turn it on if we know how, if we can.
Yeah,
Does it have an
You need to do
interface?
research.
Yeah.
That's,
Yes.
that's all the buttons.
There are interfaces around it, and there's like autocracy interfaces built around it as well to study it. It looks like this was a research outpost.
Makes sense.
I'm gonna go to one of the terminals and start downloading their data files and searching through them, seeing what information they gleaned about it.
Sure. There is a autocracy scientist, like in vid logs, like logs talking about this thing. I guess if you're trying to go through this fast before the monsters show up and research this, I don't know, look closely. Does that sound right?
Sounds right to me. That's plus sense,
Yeah.
Yep.
so 11.
Okay. So yeah, you get to ask questions.
Okay. What is the purpose of this artifact?
So one of the reports comes up from the scientist. He has that single mono eye that
Oh no.
people in the autocracy just had. Actually, you know what? No, let's make this a little crazier. Big, imposing, plated in purple metal. No Decepticon symbol on him yet, and with a mono eye. Shockwave's log. You, of course, Flutter, know as everyone does about Shockwave, the chief war criminal and scientist of the Decepticon cause, responsible for so much atrocities.
Yep.
He's really well known. The autocracy investigation into this naturally forming chamber in Luna 2 has yielded interesting results. This appears to be a Knights of Cybertron installation built around a pre-existing artifact of Luna 2. Best historical guesses and mythological consultation points to this being a secondary plasma energy chamber, thought to be the spark casing for Primus. Autocracy files have been handed to me and allowed me to analyze the energy signatures and compare it to archive data. It's giving off the same energy signature and unique spark constitution as the matrix of leadership.
What's the matrix of leadership?
The Matrix of Leadership, for reference, is a autocracy artifact from before the Knights of Cybertron. When Cybertron was first formed, it was a sort of repository of all the wisdom and knowledge of the Primes, passed down from leader of Cybertron to leader of Cybertron, to unite the people together and rule them wisely, or like guide them wisely to golden ages. It was the key artifact of the Knights of Cybertron era that allowed the Primes together to kind of pool together all the knowledge of all the great leaders of Cybertron to like create a fair and just society that looked to the stars and looked to the future to make a better universe for every living thing. It's shockingly powerful.
How do we turn this thing on?
That's your next question?
Yeah.
The device seems to have been co-opted by the ancestor technology from the Knights of Cybertron era. No current experiments have yielded results in gaining access to the energy inside. There are mythological references to a great sacrifice and a uniting of spark and mind and bravery. Being able to dissect this into some sort of base operating code has proven resistant.
What are these mythological signifiers?
The myth of this place is this secondary plasma energy chamber, which is supposed to be like carry a fraction of the spark of Primus, can only be activated in, as the legends go, the darkest hour of Cybertron to act as a sword. And such a dark hour can only be proven to the chamber by providing a willing sacrifice. Like someone has to join with the chamber and direct it.
We should maybe grab this and get out of here.
It's enormous, and it's connected to the moon. It is part of the moon.
If only we had multiplex.
Feats of legend.
Yeah, you're gonna rip out the moon's spark.
Oh no.
It probably needs that to
We'll
live.
keep it safe. Just put it in my big chamber.
Oh, I have the power of 1,000 suns.
So that's all that happens? Someone has to connect to it?
Yeah.
Woo, where's the connection?
Where's the connection?
From what you're kind of looking at, there seems to be like a central hexagon that'll like open to someone who like is worthy.
Only those who are pure of heart may enter.
Woo.
Peter, you're gonna kill your character again?
I mean, that's fine, Devin.
Also, if he's becoming one with it, it might not be killing him, it might be him becoming a prime.
Nobody knows. We'll see what happens. I might just become the Ascendant or some chosen
I'm also
one or
fully willing
something.
to do this, by the way, but
We'll see. Now Devin is looking puzzled. He's thinking, his gears are turning.
Yeah, the wheels are spinning.
Wheels within wheels.
I was gonna have you guys ask a companion to go in and sacrifice themselves.
Nitro Zeus!
I'm sorry, I can't do that, says the
It says the super mutant.
resistant super mutant.
The super mutant, the ghoul, the robot, they're like, we can't do this for you, you dumb asshole. You stupid fucking moron.
What are you referencing?
Fallout 3, where at the very end you can't turn on the water purifier. You have to go and die of radiation poisoning to turn on the water purifier, but you have a ghoul companion who's immune to radiation, a super mutant who's immune to radiation, 3 or 4 robots who are immune to radiation. None of them, they're like, this is something only you can do. It's just going in and pressing 4 buttons. They would be fine.
They call that a Monday. Okay, I guess let's prep for this showdown that's obviously going to happen here.
Yeah, as you're approaching, those things are swarming in.
So, prepare a battle sheet, I guess, and
Yeah, do we want to do that? This will be the final confrontation of the session.
do it.
Okay, we're back. As the As the commotion topside gets louder and louder, you can see Insecticons swarming in from various holes in the surface.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a warrior swarm, and it's a big one. And also, just dropping down from that elevator shaft and pouring in from, like, old bolt holes and barracks are those Terrorcons. And there's that telltale engine sound of a Decepticon Seeker spiraling around the elevator shaft. A bright neon green and yellow paint job that can only be the Decepticon Hitwoman Acid Storm. You know her a little bit, Necronom. She's been hunting your people.
Ah, okay.
You're an abomination.
So, they are going to be here soon. What is your plan?
Oh.
Also, didn't you spend a little bit of time with people and thus gained bonds with them? You were hanging out with Breakout.
Sure, I can.
Oh my god, man, this is your whole power.
Sure, I'll add bonds to everyone here.
Because, like, you did a thing with Flutter, you did a thing with Necronom, where he flipped you.
1 piece of damage, it's equivalent to taking out 1 fact, right?
A threat, yeah. Doing a damage takes out a threat.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, NPCs or companions have threats, and those threats allow them to do things.
And she is not a danger to the world.
She's not a general, no.
Okay.
Alright, so, how many bonds do you have with people? Do you have 3 more with people?
I have like 3 with Necronom and 4 with the other ones, and a bunch with the NPCs and so on.
Okay, so, what is your plan? Because you were all, before we broke, we're talking about throwing someone in the plasma energy chamber. Which I cannot over-explain, specifies that whoever goes in is killing themselves. Becoming one for the Matrix is a pretty clear euphemism.
So it's so that doing it. It said that doing it will.
Activate the thing.
It'll drive it. It'll let the person going in a time of great need drive what happens.
Okay, that sounds good, and also it's kind of like the Matrix of leadership, and also kind of like Cybertron's soul.
It's a splinter of Primus's spark.
Yeah.
There's one of these on Cybertron. It's in the Vector Sigma. A holy site that Megatron broke into and poisoned with Dark Energon, thus killing your planet.
Oh, maybe this will something.
Yes, maybe if this gets pointed by the Dark Energon, Luna 2 will die as well.
No, I meant the other way around. Maybe if we turn it on, then maybe it'll like purify like Cybertron too somehow. Just to clarify, are you going in?
Well, I think I might as well, you know, I'm not the hero here. I'm here to make sandwiches. You're clearly, you know, the saviors of, you know, Cybertron here.
I'm expendable. The small boy child says.
We all do what we must. And I have no intention of going in there myself.
I feel conflicted.
Little Decepticon baby boy.
Plus, it's sad because he's MTO, and like that's basically what they made them to be.
Or
and
to
it's sad
die.
that he's like doing it.
Yep. I'm playing into what I was made for. Serving.
So yeah, what's the conversation here, Flutter? What do you feel about your friend dying?
Breakout's not gonna die.
You guys are ice fucking cold.
Holy
I mean,
Lord.
I do know the score.
It's the fucking
Ice.
Futurama episode where that fat guy is on the planet with the Star Trek group, and they all act like it's a horrible tragedy. That he died.
Welchie?
Yes.
Fuck you.
He's Welchie.
All right,
Ice cold.
you need to
You have fucking antifreeze running through your spark.
Well, you'll need this. Give us back the rip.
what?
You gave me a rip, you know.
Wait. Rock, paper, scissors me for it.
It's fine. That's a Wally over there.
You're just gonna do it?
Yeah.
You should do it quickly then.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna probably try to stop you if you don't do it quickly.
Yeah, like you get up to that hexagon and then like a scanner, and you can hear Teletran. Greetings, Sweep. Are you worthy?
I don't know, but I'll do my best.
Prepare to join the Matrix.
Bye. Nice knowing you.
Yeah, it opens up and he starts walking in.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Alright, the hexagon closes behind him in like an empty part where there's like not energy flowing in, like it raises up a bit to show an empty chamber. And he's just standing there as the ceiling opens up and just vaporizes him.
Oh my god!
Like black outline in bright white light and he disintegrates, waving. Alright, you're taken out, Peter, again!
Oh my god! This is like the episode after your funeral!
Damn, another one! Hell we do.
I mean, funerals are for heroes, Devin. I'm an extra.
Oh my god.
He was vaporized, right?
Yeah.
Who will sweep him?
Ice cold.
You do not say that, do you?
No.
Okay.
Started
Because I
looking
would
drunk
probably
already.
punch you.
That's just
Or
how
did
Record
somebody
say hello.
say... Like from a fake rock counterpunch pops up, did somebody say...
Sweep.
Punch. She said she'd punch him.
Ah.
So that
Alright.
happens. And
It's
we're all
happening
like,
in
I'm
the
like,
chamber, like there's hexagons that are like lighting up, and you can hear Teletran 1, preparing plasma energy chamber. Loading operating systems. It's you have a countdown, you have to hold off this force.
Okay. Yeah, I will, yeah.
Bye, Peter, sorry. I got something for this.
It's
I
fine.
hope you have a beautiful time.
On the other
You
side
guys
of
got
this
this.
game,
Hope you don't waste your life.
don't waste your time, or time will waste you.
It's like it's the optimal choice, guys. I'm level 2. You guys are level 6.
Jesus H. Christ.
Ah.
Alright, I'm gonna pause. Alright. You can save the day. All you have to do is fight off the Horde.
Okay.
Alright, as the storm is flying in, as all the Insecticons get closer to the plasma energy chamber and the swarm and the zombies are coming up, what do you do?
I am going to... Let me pull this up.
I'm gonna find a place to hide.
Okay. Mirror Shades and Nitro Zeus and Blur all also take up like soldier defensive positions.
Necronom's gonna raise his hand up and just kind of motion everyone away. This one's mine, if you don't mind.
Acid Storm?
Yes.
Oh shit, okay. I was gonna specifically make it so you didn't have to fight her because she's good at fighting you.
Oh, no, she isn't.
Okay,
He's just gonna start walking forward, raising himself up using his other legs.
You have your flight too.
Yeah. And he's just kind of like leaving weird tracer lines in the ground underneath him as he walks. Come now, Decepticon. I am the harbinger of your destruction, just as you sought to be for my people.
Doesn't matter how many tricks you have, insect. Nothing beats the poison.
This isn't a trick. This, and I'm going to activate... I'm going to call it what it is for the move, because that justifies what I'm doing. Do not trifle with wizards, where I'm going to take 3 full damage myself to destroy all 3 of her stats, destroying her.
Alright, Bug Killer, Fumigator, and Patient.
This is power. And a bunch of his resin is going to rip out of the walls and kind of latch onto her and hold her in place, like, fully. And you know how in Mass Effect, one of those spikes, these spikes they use to, like, indoctrinate humans? That rises up from the ground and just pierces from underneath her.
Alright, she is taken out.
Also, I damaged, like,
Did you
3 of my
crucify
stats.
her?
Yes. Yeah, her
Right.
the strings like pull out her arms after, and she's left like in a really gruesome position.
All right, she's in stasis lock.
Yeah. Also, Necronom kind of falls apart after that. Like his plate starts rotting.
So underneath all of your chitin is that black stealth tech that the Reaper ships are made out of.
Pom, pom, pom.
Yep.
All right, well, there goes Acid Storm. Have a beautiful time on the other side of this game.
Hello, Acid Storm. How are you?
Let's swing the spotlight. Who's up next, you two?
What are we
Oh,
up
boy.
against right now?
A swarm, a gang of Chaos Beasts, which are those mashed together, like ripped apart corpses that are all stitched together into shugots, and a group of them, like a level 1 group of them, and a level 2 group of Insecticon soldiers. Insecticons are here, and they're going to swarm you and rip you apart.
To deal with the warrior swarm, the gang of them, you need dangerous or area attacks.
Yeah, and if you try to attack them, you take damage.
Okay, I don't
Unless
have...
you're a threat to the world.
Oh,
No, that's overpowering.
Oh.
It's separate from that. You need to pay a price.
Also, so did I for that to work as well as the 3 damage. So I'm gonna destroy my weapon as well.
All right, yeah, your systems are just failing.
Yeah.
so I don't have area dangerous attacks.
Uh-oh. You're going to have to figure something out.
Well, you can deal with a group of chaos
Oh, I
beasts.
do! I have my TRC.
There you go.
So which of them should I be?
The warriors, right?
The Insecticons.
The
Okay.
Insecticons.
I was going to suggest I go after them anyways, because I have more experience with Insecticons.
Someone needs to create an advantage. Someone needs to finish them. Unless it's Flutter that can
Remember, you
smack
got your
them.
buddies with you.
Yep.
So yeah, I would like Blur once again to do his thing, run around, disarming people if he can, and just generally.
That's damage, so you'll have to use another stat that he's clever and sharp.
Clever and sharp.
Yeah, he's clever. Like, he's too sharp. He's too good, smart for your own good, and you can't outsmart him.
Okay, and yeah, I'll use that one.
Alright, how's he going to create advantage? Like, how are you going to burn that for it?
Can he literally not go fast right now?
Not in a way that'll create an advantage. You always can go fast, but
Okay.
you can't use it contextually to create advantage.
Okay, in which case I'm going to have him still like, run around and stuff, but he's going to be going just slow enough in like opposite places and stuff to make it so the group becomes disorganized, like turning in different directions from each other, which will give me an advantage to be able to run in and shoot
Fire a
them.
rocket launcher?
Yeah.
Keep them in one area so you can rocket them apart?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Blur. Alright, I'm here. I'm going now. He starts doing that, and you're going to finish them?
Yes.
Go for it. I thought Muse was appropriate. It's like the biggest hero song ever.
Got over 10.
Okay, yeah, you fire that rocket launcher in, and it blows up a huge chunk of the swarm, leaving 2 smaller groups coming around. They're also groups, so you have to blow them apart to 2 more hits.
But at least you don't need area dangerous.
Yeah, now you guys can kind of handle it. So yeah, Blur gets out of the way as a TRC rocket flies on in, a thermo cannon.
All right.
Alright, swinging it to the next person. What are you up to, Flutter? It's you versus zombies.
Yep, I am
You and
going
your
to,
shades.
from my perch hidden in a dark recess
Physical
of
papers?
the
Pardon?
Did you call pay a price?
Didn't I not need to because I was using area?
Overpowering. The group is overpowering. Therefore, you need to pay a price to act alone again. Well, yeah, act alone again. You are 2 people, so I guess that doesn't count. Maybe.
Also, I was using my companion as well.
Your companion I don't think counts for that.
Oh.
Or I don't know. I'm not too sure. I don't think you have to pay a price though, so I guess we're good. If you are 2 people and you had a companion, I think that's good. Flutter.
So I'm going to wait until the warriors start to expose themselves, and I'm going to pick out the ones that seem to be the biggest, toughest, or are instructing the rest of the group like leaders, and I'm going to
There are
step-
none of that in the zombies.
No one's better than anyone else?
Well, they're not zombies. They're chaos beasts. They're those massive, shaped up like spare part abominations. Like they're like 8 or different torsos together. Some of them have 5 heads, and they're just sliding across the floor in a giant mass towards you.
The thing from Steven Universe.
They're just a big amalgamation of scrap metal.
When these showed up in Transformers Prime, it was gruesome. Like, it showed like a bunch of like Cybertronian corpses. One of them was like impaled on a spear. It just started like twitching and getting up and like pulling itself off and stuff. It was gruesome.
Like one of them's a Cybertronian soldier, and like on either side of the shoulder, other torsos have been fused in, and they have arms, and they're holding weapons, and it's like running towards you. Like they're a mismatch.
Neat.
Or are they coming towards me because I'm hit?
Well, not you, but like you
Okay.
in general. They're
So I think I'm going
coming
to
in hot.
need some more information on these guys before I attack them. So I'm going to remain hidden in my corner and run a full system scan on them and try and analyze.
You're allowed to know their stats, by the way.
Sure, but
As
I
a
mean,
player?
I'm trying to look closely and identify weak points and areas where they could be taken out.
What'd you get?
I rolled an 8, and then my sense is +2, so I got a 10. So what are they vulnerable to?
Dismemberment. Except that they're dripping dark energon, so if you touch them, you're gonna start like taking degradation, systems damage. When you start zooming in on them, though, like you can kind of like see all the damage to them and like all the horrorness of it. And because you got so close scanning them, your sense stat is now damaged.
Okay.
Don't get too close to them, and don't try to observe them. It'll drive you crazy with horror.
Do they have to be dismembered in melee, or can they be shot apart?
You can shoot them apart, but if you get to melee, you're going to start taking damage.
What seems to be their directive? Are they just going for the closest threat, or
They're going
do they
right to the
have
plasma
some
energy
plan?
chamber. They're going to try and rip it apart and infect it.
Okay, well we can't let that happen. Does it look like if they were to come under attack, they would break off, or would they continue mindlessly towards the plasma chamber?
Could be. It's the only way to find out.
Right. Well, I'm going to fly in and attack one.
All right. How are you going to get advantage on them? You're invisible?
I'm not trying to finish them. I'm trying to stop them from attacking the plasma chamber. And I'm not invisible right now.
Okay, so this would be keep them busy.
Yeah. So I'm just going to fly in with my knife and start.
Because
Cutting
they're a
and slice.
group, you need 2 characters to keep them busy.
You have your companions.
So mirror shades will come in with me.
All right, you and Mirror Shades then will try to hold him back. He like drives up as a 2-wheeler, transforms, takes cover, and starts shooting at them.
Yeah, 12.
Okay, you take away the soft cut of them going to like destroy the plasma energy chamber. Now they're focusing on you 2.
Okay.
All right, Harbinger. Or
Alright.
End of Days.
Days. Okay, so enemies. There's an advantage on some of these still, or
No. There is a group, like a level 1 group of Chaos Beasts, and there are 2 level 1 groups of the Terracons.
All right.
So if you destroy those 3, they'll break it. All 3 of those will break into 2 more. So there's technically 6 targets that you'll have to kind of cut through.
So we should all focus on one so that they don't keep splitting into.
The problem is because they're games, you need 2 people to kind of handle them.
Yeah, we've all got companions
Well,
though.
to keep them
so-
busy.
So I'm gonna get Nitro Zeus to. I don't have any of their stats. I never got those for any of my companions. So I've got.
Oh yeah, I can give you Nitro Zeus' stats. I got it right here.
Okay, because I've got Nitro Zeus, Rhinox.
Rhinox is here.
I mean, he's a companion of mine, so I would assume so.
Did you bring him with? Like you had a whole conversation about bringing him with.
Also, Ambulon is your companion too,
Yeah.
right?
Oh my God, Ambulon's here. There were so many people that were going to die in that elevator.
Just get hurt a bit.
Yeah, Nitro Zeus, Ambulon, and Rhinox.
Sure, and the text after their stat doesn't exist yet when they're companions.
So just flavor.
So Ambulon and Rhinox, they're just companions out of the book. They only have 2 stats. I don't got anything for them right now. I don't know, you could write them up. You could write up Ambulon and Nitro's stat, or Ambulon and Rhinox's stats.
They would just have 3 stats each? Or
2.
2? Okay.
Like spiritual and stuff, or Rhinox would probably be spiritual and big and strong.
Mm-hmm.
Ambulon would be like, damn it, I'm a doctor, not a.
Yeah.
And I don't know, something else, empathetic.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
I'm gonna have Nexus
Soldier?
use these counterspell traits to create an outward shield to hold them off and to distract them. So once they start piling on,
That's counterspell is basically him being invulnerable.
yeah. So I'm turning into like an external shield, basically. And
He doesn't really have magic. His body's just
So
invulnerable.
you take his,
So it's just him running into the crowd and drawing their attention. He's invulnerable.
just take his door and use that as a shield. This is the car.
Yeah, he'll just run in and like draw their attention. They can't hurt. him.
okay.
That's what that represents. I haven't refluffed it. Because
I get it,
it's
okay.
inside law.
So yeah, while he's doing that, I'm gonna run in and like punch fist with him and create like a shockwave that'll knock them all out using sense.
Nice.
All right, do it.
All right.
You're doing a sense finish them?
Yeah.
I haven't even seen that yet.
And it knocks him out.
Yeah. Disabling them or knocking them out. Is that? Do I roll with hope because I have like companionship with him, or is that only for? Okay.
Right?
The 2 or more players are bonding each other.
Players.
Like you can use your companions to finish them with companion bonds.
Over 10.
Over 10?
Yeah.
Kill them.
And what was this?
Um.
The Insecticons?
Yeah, I think so.
Like the insects or the zombies?
Actually, we're probably gonna go for the zombies. They seem like a bigger threat.
Alright. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, you knock them all out. The majority of the swarm is like just knocked senseless by that seismic shock. There are like 2 identifiable groups that get up and like start moving around afterwards.
2 individual chaos beasts.
Yeah. Alright, swing away. Who's next?
I think if they've been cut down to size a bit, I am going to turn invisible and start lining up shots.
You're gonna try and take out the Chaos Beast?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, you can just do that.
That's
You're
right.
invisible, you have advantage.
Yep.
Okay, you just do it. You shoot the one that's like running at Nitro Zeus and blow its like you blow it apart with a high impact round. It just splits and falls apart.
Main hidden.
I'm using Grace, so I am more outclassing it than outright destroying it and forcing it to back down.
Okay, you can route it. It's gonna route away then. Who's next? There's 1 Chaos Beast and 2
groups.
swarms of bugs.
Yep.
Second verse same as the first.
What?
Gonna have Blur.
Blur's already.
The only stat Blur has left is he's a loudmouth.
You have 3 stats.
Yeah. All the special ones that you guys recruited do. Everyone else has like 2 because they're just people.
Neat.
Some people just have 1 stat because they're just people. Ambulon, I think, only has 1 stat. I think he's just, damn it, I'm a doctor, not a block.
No way, damn it.
I'm a doctor, not a leg, damn it. There, that's a stat.
Well, Insecticons are. Oh no, they're not intelligent.
Nope. They're clones. Their natural biology produces them as clones.
Okay. I don't know how I'm going to create an advantage for myself then.
I mean, Blur has loudmouth.
But that would also destroy all of his.
Yeah, but he only is bad if he takes damage after that.
So if someone fails afterwards, the swarm could be going on, Blur.
And
Possibly.
that'll start to burn your bonds.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have Blur,
Make a lot of noise.
make a lot of fucking noise, draw their attention.
Alright, he's drawing his attention to them. He's talking really fast at them. I'm not going to do that because I'm tired. And they're like, they're swarming. I was like, this is your plan, right? You're going to do your plan. Here we go. This is the plan. Blur's not going to be the one that's taken out. I'm not sacrificing myself. I'm not the little baby bot. I don't want to be going into that chamber. Don't sacrifice Blur. Blur's your ally.
Ooh.
Rough.
But what did you roll, Nicole?
Oh, I got an 8, so it's not bad. It's not bad.
1 damage.
Alright, well, the Warrior Swarm only has 1 stat.
Oh, good.
Well, it's got the overpowering and the group stat.
Well, the group stat isn't a stat. When a
Well, no, it is. Because it said with this stat is damaged, then it breaks up.
Yeah, but that's not the... There was no need to correct me on that. You damage its overpowering stat, which splits it. That's literally what's happening. Okay, you're acting alone against the swarm, because I don't think your companions do count, so pay a price.
Okay. I'll say the TRC cannon is out of
Ammo?
ammo.
Sure. Boop, boop. Yeah, it's out.
Yeah.
We'll have to refuel it with warheads. Okay, so yeah, you blow the swarm apart into 2 individual warriors are left. Like 2 actual Insecticons are left alive, and then there's another swarm over there. Okay, so who's next? Not Peter. For reasons.
I'm vaporized. I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
No, you're not in danger anymore.
You became one with the Force.
Wong.
Alright, if no one has an action, I'm making a cut.
Anything you can do?
I mean, just attacks. So I'll do that.
Advantage first.
Yes, I know, Peter. I know. I'm going to have my other companion sacrifice one of his attributes so that I can work as a group.
Alright, who and what?
I'm going to get Rhinox to do it, sacrifice his faith, which I assume is one of his stats, faithful.
How was that?
And that's a really good question, actually. I don't know how that would work in a society where religion isn't an actual power.
Well, you just do like a charge of the light brigade directly into the swarm.
Yeah.
I would also substitute big and tough for that too, where he's just gonna start like football punting the Chaos Beast over.
Yeah, those are probably his 2 stats. So, yeah.
Alright, you're gonna burn big and strong then.
Yeah.
It's alright, don't worry. I got this. And he just he goes into robot mode, which is just rhino mode, and just starts charging that Chaos Beast and flipping it with his horn into the air.
Yeah, I switch to beast mode and start like pulling myself up with resin and just like cold clocking them out of the sky with more sense to knock them the fuck out.
Alright, so the one he flips with the horn, you're just gonna bash out.
Yeah.
Alright, there we go.
Over 10.
Alright, it's out. You knock that one right out. Its systems go off. So there's no Chaos Beast left, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there's only 2 warriors. There's a full warrior swarm and 2 warrior Insecticons left.
Well, I'm going to try and take out one of the warrior Insecticons.
Go
I'm
for
still
it.
hidden, so I'm kind of moving around from dark area to dark area, finding cover, taking probing shots, and getting them to expose themselves, at which point I just line one up and take them out with enemy at the gates.
Alright, do it. Ooh, you take a damage because you fought the Insecticon physically. You punched it out.
Okay. So it damages.
Not the Insecticon, the Chaos Beast.
Damages a stat.
Yeah.
All right. That's my last stat. So.
Oh no. What about your Doom stat?
It doesn't count. If it gets damaged, you have to damage another stat as well.
Oh no.
The close touch say that you must pay a price, not necessarily damage.
No.
And Flutter, did you pay the damage? Because I think you're alone against the Warrior Storm.
Nope, but I can.
I'm gonna say that my bugs are gone again.
Okay. They
So
get eaten
I-
up by the acid.
I damage a stat,
Pay a price.
pay a price. Yeah, I am going to damage my Grace.
Sure.
Because as I'm moving around, ducking from dark area to dark area, I clip one of my wings on some debris, and it destabilizes my rotors.
Sure, you break the cloaking field integrity. It snaps off. Or sorry, I mean your
Chris.
wings. God damn it. I wish I was paying more attention. Alright, go for it. Take it out.
Okay, that's me.
Did you? Did you roll?
Yeah, I did. I got 14.
Oh, I didn't do the whole thing. Yeah, okay, perfect. It's out. One left, one swarm left.
I think I said I had another companion, but I don't remember who I said.
My god. You're a bad friend.
It was after the session, and it was late, okay? Oh, Demolisher! Demolisher!
He was here the whole time too!
It's a clown car over,
Alright, there was like 15 of you in that elevator. We were all like, quick,
Every time
somebody...
we cut back, it's just the crowded, the elevator is more and more
Every time
crowded.
we come back to the elevator, there's more and more companions there. And you're like, don't worry, we'll fly 2 people out and it'll be safe. And they're like...
Total Rick
They
roll.
all have that Squire ability where they just show up places.
Right?
I don't know what Demolisher's stats are, but I assume...
I have his stats.
Okay.
It consumes and something, and probably a big damn lug.
Nope. You're wrong again, jackass.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You should be.
Aaron.
Ron. The monster. He's big and strong. He has caught one and eager to please.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the text after the stat doesn't exist.
Okay, I'm going to get Demolisher to grab the last guy and hold him in place while I stab the hell out of him.
Alright, Demolisher runs up and grabs it.
No.
It's too big for him to eat.
You just eat the whole swarm, then turn them into the prison and slap them through the bars.
Over 10.
Aha.
Alright, you fucking slice it in half in his arms. He just pulls it apart and throws it away. Pay a price, though.
Can I damage one of Rip or Tear's stats because they're my knife?
Sure.
Okay. I'll damage the... Go get him.
Alright, so I think there's only the swarm left now?
A group of warriors swarm.
Alright, the warrior swarm it's barreling down on you guys. Who wants to take it out?
Is this like its final form, or will it
No, it'll split
again?
into 2 more.
Split again. Okay.
And then it'll split into individual people?
Nope.
No, that's
One more split.
Okay.
I'm gonna leap out and transform into robot form and pull out my knife, and I'm gonna do a dazzling display of swordsmanship to cow them and force them to back down.
Scare him off.
Yeah.
Alright, go for it. And pay a price.
Okay. So 11. Because I roll with hope.
Alright, they've
That's my,
scattered.
Even if
that's my
it's-
thing. When I'm in despair, I roll like I have
Ooh.
hope.
Well, shit!
Okay, and what did you pay your price on?
I'm gonna break the sword.
Sure. Yeah, it snaps off, in your flurry, and like they scatter, except for a few stragglers that are just pumped up on, cyber adrenaline.
cyber juice. 2 more individuals.
The last ones. Can you take them out without losing resources?
Well, no, because you always have to prepare for it. Or not, because they're individuals now.
No, it's their core stat. They have 1 stat, and you pay a price to fight them.
Oh wait, that's all they have?
Yeah.
Alright, I have a weapon that gives me healing. Can I just use that at any time, or is that It's
What?
literally called Confidence and Fast Healing, and it gives me healing to use as self only.
I guess it heals you.
Yeah. So
Alright.
I'm gonna use up both of those. And then I'm just going to damage myself again to do 1 damage to this.
To both of them?
I wonder if I can do that. I think it's to 1 opponent.
Trifle with... Alright, yeah, sure. Damage to yourself and you pay a price for not trifling with lizards, right?
Yep.
Can you do that more than once a scene?
It doesn't say anything about not being able to, I think.
Perfect.
1 second. And she's dangerous and powerful for both you and your... Oh, wait, no.
That was kind of a one trick.
Yeah.
That's fine. You're still healed.
Yeah.
Haru. What's next, guys? 2 Insecticons left. 2 warrior classes.
I mean, if they were just kind of thrown off kilter by the whole display and being like disrupted, does Breakout have advantage on them?
No, you finished them and spent that advantage.
Okay.
No one knows what to do. I can
Mirror
cut.
Shades is gonna go in and use his blade dancing after, because he's my pupil. So after seeing me do my display, he echoes it and goes in and does a
Like
similar
he
thing.
challenges one to a blade off?
Yeah.
Alright, I can do it!
So I'm going to damage his Dance of Death stat to have him keep it busy.
Sure. Alright, it's holding it off. Who's going to take advantage of it? Alright, Breakout, go do it!
Going to.
Pay a price.
Thank you. Jump off of Mirror Shades' shoulders, and as I'm in the air, flipping, I'm going to shoot him.
Achoo!
Over 10.
Alright, you take that one out. You fucking blow its brain case out. There's only one left, and it's as pissed off as ever.
Alright, I'm gonna...
Thank you.
Oh wait, keeping it busy is a bad idea for me.
Sure, David. I'll make sandwiches like my character.
How big are they?
They're as big as a normal-sized Cybertronian.
Oh, that was like tons bigger. Or is that just general types?
Yeah, they're the big, like named ones. These are like the swarmers from Fall of Cybertron.
What kind of weapons do you have?
Nothing now. I have claws and teeth. That is literally my weapon. I can't even use traps because that requires preparation.
I'm going to transform to my robot form, and I am going to leap on it and tackle it,
Alright,
and try and wrestle it to the ground,
okay.
and put it in like a robo sleeper hold.
Alright, that's what? Keep them busy?
Sure.
Yeah, go for it. Pay a price.
Okay, I will figure out the price after. I am rolling courage, blood.
To what?
Keep him busy.
Courage.
Courage.
Yeah.
Yeah, use your courage.
Courage, duty, honor.
10.
Alright. You're holding off. You're actually, he's a flutter, little teeny tiny flutter, little baby bird is holding one down. And like keeping it busy.
You should probably go for this rather than me.
I will, as I'm flipping and I just shot that one, the end of my jump will land me on it, the other guy's chest that he's holding down, and blast through the head.
Alright.
Or blast through the spark case, I guess. You have sparks?
Yeah, they have sparks. Well, not really.
Yeah, because I don't
Kinda? Not. It's.
Where
Talk
are
to
their
Shock.
brain cases?
Talk to Shockwave about it.
For my price, I'm going to supercharge myself with Energon. That's what's giving me the strength to do this. So I'm going to use some of my food.
There you go. And what is the price you're paying?
I mean, they're working together now, so.
I'll also.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
together.
we're working together. So over 10 again.
Killed.
Alright. Fucking wiped out. Like the heroes you are.
All right, sweeps. That's how we do. Oh, right.
My god. Let me pause real quick while I go to the track. Okay, you slay the last one of them as the rest scatter away, and the entire chamber starts shaking. The plasma energy chamber starts changing color, charging up. All the different hexagons on it are fully lit. Teletran 1. Firing sequence engaged. Releasing event horizon. And this place is starting to shake itself, like debris falling. The exit caves collapsed, and the ceiling has turned into a visual, like it's turned into a camera of a satellite orbiting Luna 2, walking down the planet. And the mine blows apart as old Knights of Cybertron structures tear out of the ground and unfurl like a lotus with a priming mechanism on it. It looks like a giant satellite dish. And the chamber empties, goes through that, fires it off like radiation, and wraps the entire moon in a field, including its low orbit, that hits that the ethereal. Then a single line concentrates on it and fires and blows it in half.
Nice.
Yeah, and like its parts are like incinerating backwards, like when you light those snakes that are fireworks. Like it's just burning and incinerating as it falls into orbit, like leaves on fire.
Yeah, but also that always reminds me of in older video games when like the villain's castle at the ending is like.
Yeah, like in Final Fantasy 2, when the boss is like, and they're like disintegrating. And yeah, it just fires and destroys the ethereal. That source of power is gone.
Woo.
Yeah. The shaking stops.
Okay.
I didn't believe the little dishwasher had it inside of him.
Satan was right.
Hail Satan.
I'm patting like the
Okay,
chamber.
call it the Fallen, guys, if you're gonna make a joke. Make it Transformers-y.
I'm gonna pat the chamber that Soups went into.
The chamber starts hissing. Like steam and like exhaust are coming out of it.
Oh.
System purge complete. Energon infusion accomplished. Teletran 1 systems connected to main Cybertronian network. Matrix energy instilled. Rise. Vigil Magnus. And the chamber opens up, revealing a much bigger, more heavily armored and weaponized Sweeps.
My character
You have an
like,
Autobot symbol, by the way,
Okay.
on your chest cavity.
my character raises their arms. It's like, ha! Hey!
Hi.
Oh, so you we're all worked up for nothing. It's... Huh.
You're alive!
We're going to talk about what those changes were done to you because you're part of the Magnus line, which is a very specific thing. But you're up to level 5, and you must take the Night Destiny.
Sure.
What's his new name?
Vigil Magnus. Like Ultra Magnus. Of the Tyrus Accords.
So I'll change my bond
Fuck
from
you.
Sweeper sacrifices himself for the cause.
Sweeper did it.
Yeah, there's the name. You're all formed now as like one of those like big kind of meaty trucks like Optimus.
Neat.
Shit, man, you're huge!
I know. I feel
You're
so
huge!
I feel so much less threatened by him now.
Yeah, you're probably creeping up on the leader's class size, like Optimus and Ultra Magnus and Megatron.
Wow. I'm so big.
I'm so big.
Did my voice change? So, you guys cleaned up.
Yeah, we swept the place clean.
Wow.
Wow, you're wow.
Bristling with weaponry.
Oh, that was something.
So how do we use this against tarantulas?
Oh. A
The,
sword is a
the
sword.
ceiling.
And a gun is a gun. You use what you have.
But we'll have to get him here.
This chamber's empty.
I think we got what we came for. Let's...
I guess we should go back to the wreckers?
Yeah.
Yes, I suppose so. This is wow, man.
Well,
I'm reeling here. First you died, and now you're just like now you're
now I'm all that.
yeah.
The Magnuses are Cybertronian spiritual peacekeepers. They're kind of like paladins.
The Tyrus Accords.
Yeah, it's a sort of set of spiritual absolute laws they enforce. Kind of like Asari Justicars. Or paladins.
Wow.
Just enough matrix energy left.
I guess Yeah, I guess he was worthy. Let's go.
Woo!
Teletrans systems offline till all are one.
Bye.
This place starts
wow.
powering down.
Let's leave these corpses to rot.
You guys are gonna have to make your way back up that elevator shaft.
I'll go out first and leave, Fred.
It'll take some time. Eventually, you'll get back to the wrecker base. Yeah, maybe you'll do a recovery session there. Just to talk it out.
Oh yeah, you're. I'm like, oh, we're not that damaged. I'm like, oh wait.
I healed 2 of those broken stats, so it's mostly just equipment that I'm missing.
I mean, yeah, healing stats you can do with food, and I have those powers to heal people that I have bonds with and so on, so... We'll figure that out later.
Alright, so I think that's a close for the night, eh? You all agree?
I suppose
Sounds
so.
good.
Yeah.
Alright, I was Devin,
Nicole.
Tyler?
Kevin?
And Peter.
and this is sponsored by Nobody. Signing off.